Who's ready for D&D?
Not responding to that.
What? Why?
Will not justify some fuckers. You will not get a rise out of me for that.
I'm so angry though.
I don't know who you are, so.
Well, I'm Matt Burwell.
Yeah.
And I'm the DM for this little show on the internet
You
called
look like
The
this guy Ralph
Miss.
Toolberg right
You're
now.
talking over me! No. Imagine I just got that.
Ralph Toolberg.
Imagine I got so upset. I just started screaming, "Hi everybody! Welcome back to The Critical Miss, a game, a show where we play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet."
That's us.
Can we get
That's
like,
us.
can we get like shock collars that you have a button for every time someone starts talking over you?
We might like actually kill Tom. Though.
Wait, oh, don't do that. I don't like looking at.
You're not wrong.
God damn
How
it.
long were you waiting for that?
Since you walked up.
Oh man. So yeah, this is Critical Miss. This is a show where we play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet, and we're getting wildly popular. Too big for our own britches.
I had to get new britches.
Yeah, I've gotten several new britches since
What
we
the fuck
started.
is a bridge?
My bridge is being built right now.
If you don't know,
No,
you can't afford
That's
it.
not it.
It's not a
That's not-
ZJ. Or is it? Well, I know what a ZJ is, so.
Those are letters.
But no, seriously, we have gotten so much support from the community since we started season 3. We thank you guys so much. This new Twitch format is killing it. In fact, Matt, you had some things you wanted to say?
I just wanted to thank our Patreons, or patrons on Patreon.
That's the one.
Okay.
So,
First try.
we do have a Patreon. We are working on the tier list. We will have that out hopefully by next week, but don't hold us to that because it'll probably not be next week.
No, hold us to that because then we'll get it done.
Exactly what I said.
I have to work, so fuck you.
Don't worry, we got it.
Okay.
And I just want to thank the Patreons with a little game.
You mean the patrons?
No, I want to thank Patreon,
Oh.
but also I want to thank the patrons. So we're gonna play a game that some of you played with me a couple times during D&D.
Yeah, I thought we couldn't stream that.
It's called Mad Libs.
Oh, that game.
Not
yeah,
Mad
we can stream
Libs. We don't play that on
No,
stream.
no, we can't stream that one.
Libs. So
can't
I'm
kick
gonna go
off.
around the table saying
Mad Libs is
a
a quiet time.
type of word or whatever whatever type of word. I don't know what the fuck they're called. And you're gonna give me whatever you want.
Nouns.
If it comes to a noun or like a person or something like that, I'm gonna use one of our patrons.
Okay.
Okay. So first off, Jen, give me an adjective.
Uh,
That's not
Harry.
Carrie.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take it.
I really need to remember
Plural
actually-
noun. I'm gonna use patrons.
Patrons, got it.
Noun. So I'm gonna use James Cowling.
James
Who I
Cowling!
believe was our first patron, but I could be wrong on that.
I hate that guy.
Nikolai, adjective.
Smelly.
Wow.
Harry Smelly, we're off to a good start.
All right,
We're trying to break
Chris, give me a number.
7.
7. Tom, give me a part of the body, plural.
Penises.
Come on, that was. What else is he gonna say?
I didn't put this order together, and I don't know how to spell penises, plural.
I think it would be
Peni.
Peni. Thank you.
Sure.
It's an ES
Another-
after the first S.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I wrote, so it just didn't look right to me. The penises didn't look right to me. Can you give me another part of the body?
They never
plural?
do. They never do.
Vaginas.
Yeah!
We're adults.
I don't know how to spell that one. No.
How can I follow?
Pearl, give me an adjective.
See, you put him next to me and I ruined him.
Adjective?
Yeah, adjective.
Colorful.
Colorful.
It's certainly better than Harry and Smelly.
Really in this climate?
7? Thanks, man.
Plural noun.
Good number.
Nice.
Plural noun.
It's
Yes.
a great number.
Good.
Cups.
Cups.
Really? Wait, we're.
All right. This is another plural noun. I'm going to use Steve the Spiders.
Steve the
Steve the
plural.
Spiders.
Steve the Spiders.
the Builder. Also
Steve the Spiders. Nikolai, give me a verb ending in ing.
That's glowing.
This. Look what you fucking did.
Hey, that could be any number of things.
All right, another
That's
noun.
true.
Another
Doesn't
noun I'm
have
going
to
to
be
use.
sexual.
It probably is though.
You should choose
Another
normal
noun I'm going to use Todd Hosey.
Todd Hosey.
Don't like that guy either.
Oh, it auto-corrected to Joseph. I don't know why I have to do that. Okay. A verb ending in ing.
Ending.
That's annoying. I'm so angry.
That's too meta.
Somehow, Tom, yet again, you get part of the body plural.
Gooch.
Gooches.
Gooches.
It's plural.
I think that's one of Leon's terms.
It autocorrected to goodies. Why is it autocorrected?
I mean, that is the
I
same
like that better.
That's.
Goodies is better.
You know what? I'm still keeping goodies. Plural noun.
Plural noun.
Yes.
Race cars.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's almost a palindrome.
Almost.
That's almost
Bless
a
you.
word.
Well, because the cars, the S at the end ruins
Alright.
it. If it was
Just
race
you
cars,
get words, alright, bro?
Race cars.
race cars.
Taco cat.
To be fair, all he does is
Burl,
make up
how about
words,
a
so I don't
noun?
know what the
A
deal is.
noun?
A noun.
That's a person, place, or a thing. So I'm going to say Phoenix, Arizona.
I like it. I've
Were
been
you
there.
listening to our conversation?
Wait,
I was not.
Are you supposed to say a
Yes, you
patron
were.
for
No,
nouns?
I have no
I
idea.
have more.
Oh,
And I don't want to
I
use them
swear to
all this
God.
time. We're going to have more.
Oh.
Taylor's just going.
Adjective.
I've been to Phoenix. It's nice.
Large?
Large.
Yeah.
And then, Nikolai, let's close this off with a plural noun.
Plural now. Trees.
All right.
Sounds nice.
So-
Trees.
Do you guys want to hear... hold on. It's doing a thing with the stuff.
It's a hairy tail.
Oh god.
Do you guys want to hear my story about the night at the carnival?
No, let's play D&D.
So anyway, now that we spent time doing that.
Zero let's hear it.
All right.
And Chipotle sponsor.
So,
Great. Now we're like.
so when my best friend and I go to the carnival, we go on as many hairy rides as we can before we run out of patrons. Our first must be the roller, James Cowling. What a smelly thrill racing down the track at 7 miles per hour, throwing our penises into the air, and screaming at the top of our vaginas.
Yeah.
Not as terrifying, but still colorful fun, are the bumper cups, where we drive around like crazy Steve the Spiders, blowing into each other. By far the scariest ride. By far the scariest ride is the Tilto Todd Hosey. It sends us ending in circles so fast it makes our goodies spin. Goodies is way better.
No, goodies
I
is way
kept
better.
goodies. After that, we're happy as race cars to hop on the Ferris, Phoenix, Arizona, and enjoy the slow, large ride. That would actually work out. It's a nice way to top off our evening and calm our trees.
Gotta calm your trees, folks.
Calm your trees, guys.
Calm those trees.
That's the next
Woo!
emote. Done.
Got a calm tree.
That's
calm
tier 1
tree.
for Patreon subscribers. Every month you get a Mad Lib with your name.
Do you want it? No.
Nobody does.
But you'll still get it.
You don't have a choice in the matter.
So what happened last time?
Oh, so what happened last time? Well, last time on D&D on the Critical Miss, you guys made your way from the Briarwood down the verdant path. You came out outside of the Briarwood, made your way across the bridge, and then south. You headed south on the road, coming across a small town called Alfendale. I hesitate to say town, almost like a hamlet. Very small, very little activity. In fact,
street.
it's got a couple different streets. The one you went down was Main Street. The rest are legitimately just residential. All the businesses are located on the main street. You spent the night at a tavern, the Barrow's End. The Barrow's End. Some of you spent the night at the tavern, playing games of dice and coin. Others prayed in a cart down the road.
By the river?
No. There was a well, which Phelan saw a hideous, monstrous-looking creature poking its head out of. After some debating, you guys waited until the next morning, gathered your group, and jumped headlong down the well into danger.
That's what we're calling it.
What happened? After traversing the after traversing the caverns that had opened up beneath the well, for a bit you guys found your way into a large room with small piles of bones, animals, human, elven, all sorts of different races. And among these bones, hanging from the ceilings, you found these horrific creatures with long, elongated necks, nightmarish-looking faces, and the body's almost like a hand gripping the ground. Like
Chris just
Did I
goes,
mention I
me?
was from
Oh, no, never mind.
Sorry?
What?
Who are you?
I'm sorry.
And when we left, you guys were in the middle of battle with said creatures.
I hit a thing with a sword.
That's true. You did.
actually did,
You got your
yeah.
That
first hit
actually
with the
deserves to be in the news. I'm just saying. That's like,
I mean, I stabbed a guy multiple times.
sword. The battle's going well for you currently.
I know, but
2 of the
usually-
creatures are down.
Oh, you should-
on my
But
face.
then again, so is Garrett.
Happens all the
Ah, I
time.
got him.
Happens like every mission, actually.
On your face.
Wait, there's a creature on
Did I
my
miss
face.
that?
There is a creature. Yes, the creature
now it
had
is. Now it
the
is.
creature had left
Yes.
Garrett's face after he went down and attacked,
Are you
and is now
suffocating?
hugging your face. She's not suffocating, no, but you do hear, you see actually the underneath, like on her chin and neck, this black viscous liquid kind of like streaming down. And it every time you see like more of it come out, you hear like a little whimper. It sounds like she's burning, essentially. So yes, it is the start of the round now. Arik is up. Arik is
Oh, Sean's not here, by the way.
No?
his
Oh,
character
shit. I
piece
didn't
is
notice.
not here either.
Yes, he's painting it.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, he disappeared.
So
Just use old Roland. That's fine.
Roll rolling for
Oh,
him.
hell
Roland,
no.
Roland will be fine for now. He was in the
Oh,
midst
that's
of
it.
fighting the big creature.
Oh, actually, I'm not there either because he took my piece too. I was over here somewhere.
That's true.
Yes.
Don't worry, I'm here.
That's awesome.
Actually, I think I had just run over to this
I'm
one.
gonna
Yeah.
I think I
I'm
was
gonna leave
somewhere
my
over
new
here.
piece
Because
until
Raucus
it's
was flanking with me. That's
Yes.
I want to put it on the board.
I ordered it, by the
Especially
way.
because it's in my blood.
What? Oh,
I ordered land.
Oh yeah, I
Which
know
one
that
was
guy.
defense
Can you,
stance?
Oh,
Matt,
okay.
can you switch Raucus?
Did you switch hands?
absolutely.
Oh,
Oh!
when did that happen?
You
Oh.
cheeky bastard!
Oh my god.
I want to see. I want to see.
I need,
Oh, dude, that's fucking boss.
I need an adult.
When did that come?
Oh,
Can we get that in the battle
Nice.
so they can see that?
Oh, I know who wants to see my piece? Fuck that.
That is.
Yes, this came today as well. He just didn't have the big reveal.
Those are.
These are awesome.
Oh.
I'm so happy with these.
Garrett said
Thank
we're
you,
not
by the way, to
patriots,
Hero
so-
Forge, who gave us no discount on the pieces
Whoa!
whatsoever.
Why would they?
So we're gonna replace
Yeah,
this.
remember to put in TCM at your purchase just to let
For
them know that
nothing?
you watch us.
They don't
They don't
sponsor
do
us.
nothing.
You'll
We
get
want
no
them to.
money off, no discount, but hey,
They
Now
might-
you know.
they
They'll
might-
charge you extra
They
money.
might actually charge you more money.
Yeah.
right? What is TCM? $5 extra, please.
For wasting my time.
But
It
yes,
goes to a good cause.
No, it doesn't. We don't do anything important.
My
Maybe you
sanity's
don't.
important.
That's true.
Erika's going to take a look around the room. He is going to see that over here there are 3 allies currently engaged with this last small creature. So he is going to make his way over. And he is going to make an attack against that creature.
Mess him up.
Does he say his name every step he takes? Is that what he does?
Every step
Pokemon?
you take.
That hits. That's
every
a
step that you went,
25.
you reach.
Yeah.
That's just what he
Eric.
thinks.
Oh, okay.
And max damage.
Right foot, left
So he's going to deal, I believe that would be 10 because it's not a +1 and it's just his the sword plus the modifier. So 10 damage, 5 goes to the creature, 5 goes to Phelan.
Damn it!
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, no,
I
it's,
stopped hitting
I
the
know
thing on
those
my
things.
face.
It's fun. I hate those bastards so much. What the
I don't remember
face
having
hunters?
those.
Bastard!
Which one are you at?
I'm gonna smite.
This one. Well, was it?
And that is Erik's turn. His blade song continues to whistle in the background as he fights.
Cool.
Garrett, it is your turn.
Oh, let's go.
You
one of these like see-through pages.
know what has happened?
Oh, I know. You all know what's happening.
I have
As my eyes shoot open with the same blue and white flame,
Oh, good God.
as the light comes up in the floor this time because I'm laying down.
The floor's rising?
The
Yes.
floor, the spread of the wings comes out. I'm gonna get up very angrily because I want to kill something and it's right in front of me,
I was cranky when he wakes up.
and I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just reach out for the dwarven hack blade.
Okay.
I'm gonna strike on it
Okay. And are you using anything with that?
if I hit,
Oh, I heard.
Okay.
I did not have that reaction. Fuck my walker.
and that is going to be a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay. I am going to dump my last
Your load.
Smite.
divine smite.
I knew it was coming.
Fair enough. The divine. Do me a favor. Keep track of which damage is from the blade and which damage is from smite.
Yeah. So, two-handed blade is just my normal green and red,
Okay.
and then the smite is 2d8, so this will be the other 2 dice over here. Is going to be 3 from my blade,
Okay.
but 10 from my smite, plus additional 4 from my radiant soul.
Okay.
Bye,
So
Jen.
14 radiant damage.
So how much was the blade?
3.
3. So you take 2 damage. He takes 1. And then how much was the smite?
The smite was 10, and then plus 4.
So 14 total.
So 14 radiant total.
14 radiant total. Okay. You watch as that radiant damage seems to only affect the creature. It does not pass on through to
Oh.
Phelan.
That's
Yay.
nice.
So that's...
Leaving
Well,
a
he
message
notices
Steve.
that.
That's true. I
Yes.
can't do
Oh,
radiant
do I
damage
kill
anyway.
1d4 for the half blade too, or that's later, I believe.
Shut up, you're killing Jen.
Start of this turn.
Start of his turn.
Yeah.
Stop helping, you're
Alright.
you're killing her.
Why do you hate Jen then?
Leon, you are up.
Well, unbeknownst to me,
Because she did.
um,
She did stab
I'm gonna once
earlier.
again try to heal her, but it's going to heal the thing.
Make... you know what? Make an Arcana check.
Oh, alright. Ah. It's a 5.
That's a 5. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you believe you're doing your best to keep her up.
This is going well. This is a good idea.
This below.
Plus 10.
10. So you get 5 HP.
Why is it not work? I need to
You ain't
use more.
doing. You're not doing the
healing.
Lord's work,
Use
boys.
stronger healing!
I know, that's the problem.
No.
Was that a healing word?
Yeah, second level.
Okay. So what's your action?
Oh, right. I guess I'll bop it.
Okay. Heal you 5, bop you 5.
I guess I'll skedaddle my way over there.
Okay.
And I'm the one that hates Jen.
Skadoodle.
Oh, nice, an 18.
Jesus Christ.
22 to hit.
22 hits.
Boom. And 4 damage.
4? Okay, so 2-2.
Pretty much did nothing this turn.
Yeah.
The mountain's
was a
almost
whole lot
nothing.
of
Right in the skadoosh.
Gotcha. Alright, and Xandir, you're up. Oh god, don't do this.
I shoot Jen.
I don't even aim for the thing anymore. I just shoot her.
You can't split the damage if it has no target to split it with.
That's true.
But honestly, though, everybody's surrounding this thing. I have no angle on it to shoot it because there's people.
That's
around.
true.
Realistically, it would be a difficult shot.
Yeah.
You can just get up and join the assault on it.
That's
We're just
You mean
jumping
assault
this
on
thing.
me?
Let's do a big homie over here.
Oh, he's
He's
dead.
He's dead.
Ah, we killed him last time.
You actually, no,
killed
he
him.
crushed his skull after you dealt some nice damage.
Right in the spalach.
Oh,
the
sure.
spalach.
Just
You blew up his spalach.
Oh, everywhere.
Oh.
Guys,
So-
I splashed a bird today.
Oh
I know,
no.
I feel really bad.
That's okay.
That's okay.
You're
They're
the dominant
overpopulated
species.
anyway, yeah.
Oh my god.
What did you say?
You're the dominant species.
That's true. Both things are true.
Yeah.
Did you do it on purpose?
No!
So, Tom, what are you
no,
doing?
God, it's an
I'm gonna like
accident.
run up here and stab it.
Fun fact,
Okay.
I almost failed my driver's
what's your
test
speed?
when I first got my license because I refused to run over the group of birds.
35, I think.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
guy was like, can you
Yeah,
go? And I
As a
was like, I
rogue,
mean,
you can take
yeah,
a bonus
birds.
action to dash.
He's like,
I think
just
you would need to
go.
dash in order to get in a
Okay.
position where you could hit it.
Let's find out first.
Okay.
Well, he can use bonus action to dash.
I know, I said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Came at the end of that sentence.
Yeah. You probably
Make
go
room, I
right
wanna
here or
fight.
here.
Yeah.
But you can make it with a dash. That's what
Gang bang on the thing.
You know what? I remember how this thing exploded. I'm gonna stand over here.
Okay. All right.
All you have to do is dodge out of the way.
Enemies 1 is dead. Enemies 2 is up. The last creature.
Actually,
Yes. It's a D4, right?
yeah, do you want me to roll it or?
Yeah, you can roll it.
4.
4. Okay, that damage does not get mitigated.
Hey.
So, bam.
I've nullified Christian's healing to the creature.
Same.
I hope we don't have to talk to him soon. I'm not in character yet.
This last creature is going to look around, see it is surrounded,
Self-destruct.
and it is going to disengage.
Where?
So,
I
It's
want
going
see
to
it
jump
try.
off Phelan's face.
God damn it.
And it's
Oh,
going
that's
to
good.
skitter down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
You get back here!
You killed somebody.
I should have readied an action to shoot it.
Thank you.
Hey, maybe it's learned its lesson.
So Phelan, you feel this gust of this heat that's been clamped around your face now for like about 10 seconds. Finally lifts off, and you get the first cool rush of air back into your lungs that you've had in a bit, and you see the creature dart off down that hallway. or try to begin to. Dyrus, you're up.
Kill it.
Fuck it up. I'm going to run and stand directly in front of it.
Okay.
Kind of in that way. I know
Which
it's
one are you?
the white
Karate
with
guy.
the white suit thing on.
So are you running around or are you running over? Because this is considered difficult terrain.
Because it's bones.
I have 45 feet of movement, so I should be able to
So,
get there
yeah,
either
so
way.
10, 20, 25, 30, 30. Yeah, you can get
So,
in front
like,
of it.
Yeah, that's exactly where I want to stand because it's like a pretty narrow space, so I don't know if he can move through me.
Okay.
But I'm going to stand there, and he is still within range, so I will attack him.
Okay.
Yeah.
With my sword,
Fair enough.
All right, we'll see what happens.
and I don't have advantage, so I'm going to miss.
That's fair.
Okay. And yep, there's a miss. It's a hot miss. And then I'm going to, as my bonus action, I'm going to spend my last key point. No, I'm not. I changed my mind. I'm just going to stand there.
Okay. You're going to stand there. So you get in front of it and you're trying to, like, keep it away from moving. With deft feet, you all see Dyrus make way.
Could I have said that
jumping
was a
over.
punch instead? I meant to do a punch, not a sword attack for the first one.
Yeah, that's fine.
I still misses. It doesn't matter.
That's fine.
Just, yeah. It only affects one thing, which I would have done first.
Gotcha. No worries. Yeah. Alright, so that's Dyrus' action. Raucous Phelan, your turn is up.
Ben
What would you
lies.
guys like to do?
Should I go first?
No, you can
Oh.
Kill it.
Javelin.
Okay.
Yeah!
Go ahead and make an
I
attack.
hope you like just pin it to the wall.
It's a D20 plus
to
your
me.
dex mod. What's up?
It's D20 plus 2.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
7.
7.
Oh.
You take out the javelin, and the weight of your hammer just kind of throws your shoulder back a little bit as you, and you just cling, 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 off to the side.
I could try. Would I be able to do is try another one?
Just pick it up later. It's
bonus
fine.
action or?
No, that would be an attack action.
Gotcha. All right, that's it. That's my turn.
All right.
Do you want to move up, or?
Yeah. I get.
You
Yeah,
want
you
to
can move me up.
Where? Where?
Towards as far as I can. I can only go 30 feet, but that's rough terrain. So.
So that's
So you can
5,
get, like, right here.
10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30, right there. Yep.
Okay.
And Phelan, you're up.
I'm going to cast Entangle on the creature.
Whoa.
Okay.
Like it.
Yeah.
So the range is 90 feet, so I'm assuming I'm close
Yeah.
enough.
Does that target all creatures in the area of the spell?
Yep. it
Okay,
says,
so that would hit Dyrus too.
Familiar sight for
Okay.
you.
That's literally how we started the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have to roll anything?
They have to roll a save.
They have to. It's a dexterity save.
Strength.
Strength save.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not very
Oh,
strong.
let me go ahead and just roll this.
Ooh, but he rolled a natural 17, so 17.
Wow, so it's got to beat my spell.
Yes.
Save?
Okay.
Yeah, it beats it.
Okay.
It's at 13.
Gotcha.
So I am entangled.
Wait, I didn't change the spell save from last time, but I don't think it changed.
No,
Did
you would
not
only
increase your
go.
wisdom at all?
Yeah, but
Even at most, it'd be
let's
plus
just
1.
say no.
Even
Yeah.
if at most you would go up +1, which it would still be.
Right. This should be at 14. This should be plus 6. Though. Just
Yeah.
let you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Because it's 4 plus 2 is your proficiency plus 8, so it's 14.
Sorry.
That's okay. It doesn't affect anything anyway. So. Oh, you meant sorry for entangling me? It's okay.
Here, just magic missile this fucker.
That's exactly what Arik is doing as he holds out his hand. 3 blasts of arcane energy. Pew pew pew.
And they all miss.
And well, you can't miss.
I know. That was the joke.
It's just
They
3d4
can,
for a level
actually.
1, right?
Shield. What's up?
3d4 for a level 1.
Yeah, 3d4 plus 3.
Ooh, well that's not good. It's 3, 5. So 8 total damage as the creature, an arcane blast of energy hits it from behind.
Or chow.
He's not looking well.
Cool.
Garrett, you're up.
Alright.
And it's life.
Oh, I will. I'm gonna fly on over. 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25. Right behind him.
Yeah.
And if
So-
I come down, I'm just gonna swing the blade and just go for a stab on him.
Okay.
Do I
So,
technically have advantage because he's engaged with it, or
No,
no?
I'm entangled.
no, he's entangled, so he's not granting advantage.
I like how you're actually
upon.
entangled.
Like,
So Raucous,
stab on
you
it.
see the figure of Garrett fly past you legitimately. A gust of wind blows behind
Yeah, that's a
you.
19 plus 4, so 23.
His hair fluffs in the wind.
Very Fabio. Very Fabio.
Nice.
Just pushes it back. He didn't like that shit.
I'm not here for
Is
flash.
4 points of slashing damage and 4 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
How do you want to kill
Yeah.
the false hydra?
Nice.
Oh, like I said, just You just see the wings on the floor. You just see the shadow of them just puff as I literally fly and in midair swing the sword around and just jam it right into the wall, like kind of souffle him into the wall.
So you got
the right word.
Whatever.
So you guys see him souffle the creature into the wall. He skillets it.
I'm too entangled to be angry.
Also not what a souffle is.
No, souffle you bake. I know.
Very gently, actually.
Take 1d4.
Play that monster into the wall.
You heard what I said.
Yes.
Yeah, you said
So
souffle.
We're gonna be here for an hour. I'm gonna souffle.
Just slowly cook this thing.
275.
you guys see Varys drive hand on the hilt of his blade into this creature, sticking it to the wall before he takes it out. Very business, like not screaming, not angry, just very matter-of-factly just ending this creature's life
He's been there
and
before.
sheathing his blade. Yeah, act like you've been there before. He'd been there before.
I'm impressed.
And that is the end of combat.
Phelan.
Oh, right. Hi, release hand tangle.
So I'm gonna walk up to Leon.
You have to stop doing
over
that,
here.
please.
That's you, isn't it?
Sorry.
And I'm just gonna stand in front of you, bleeding, and see if you do anything about it.
Hey.
Ow.
You alright there, buddy?
No.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure I have like 4 health left.
Don't tell him the number.
Something I can help you with?
No, I'm not telling him. I'm saying it so in case I
No.
remember from last time, like how fucked I am. That's why I walked up with bleeding.
Yeah, you got pretty fucked last time.
Yes,
I think the bleeding gave it away.
Mhm.
Alright, I'm just kidding. I'll help you out. I
Thank
just didn't
you.
see you hurt because you were like way farther back from the
That's
fight than you need to
understandable.
be. I'm just that's all I'm saying.
No, I
You know, it's fine. We're all not as brave. We all can't be on the front line. I get it. And start healing me.
have you ever had an actual front line?
Oh, like fighting the giant monster thing? Yeah, I just did that 2 seconds ago. Were you watching? Oh, that's right. You couldn't see.
Man, this is where all the healing word. He's giving you the healing word, all right.
He's giving you the healing talk.
This is the healing shit talk.
9.
The healing scold.
So you heal for 9 points of damage.
There you go.
You ever? I have no words for you.
Can't-
I hope one day you don't get to experience your friends at the foxhole
make a
next to
perception
getting by a shell becoming dust.
I won't let him. And also, that sounds horrifying.
You're two engaged in the moment of what happened in front of you with Garrett and blowing your hair back. You still don't like it. You're kind of it kind of lifted some parts like over the horn, so now you have to like scale it like right.
But just because he's a dragonborn creature doesn't mean he's scale.
You can't wake up with bad horn hair.
I know, but he's totally devil. He's racist.
All right.
Sure, that's what we're gonna call.
So you guys have this room to yourselves. It doesn't appear there are any more creatures in the immediate vicinity.
First things first.
You're a realist.
I'm almost out of heal stuff.
I don't know.
So
what
I
that
suggest we don't get in any more of those fights.
First things first. Even before that,
I'm the realist.
means. Nice.
Second time's better.
I go over and I double tap the big creature real quick just to be safe.
Okay.
Just
So you walk over to the corpse of the big creature
right
and just.
to head.
I'm gonna retrieve my javelin.
that's not you.
He was moving.
Wait, where?
He was
He was
moving.
going to
Oh, the
Garrett
big
over.
creature. I'm sorry. I thought he
Yeah.
said the same creature. That's why. My mistake.
Right. Some of us are paying attention.
Hey, some of us aren't.
So
I'm gonna walk
As I
right
keep
up
the
behind
camera.
you, and as you are
Almost.
removing your blade,
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
I'm just gonna kind of like tap on the shoulder.
You just look over with the fiery eyes.
So, what's going on?
What's up?
Don't know how to be any less.
what's all this then?
What's all this?
Oh, that would be a good accent. That's the next character.
I considered it.
Cockney accent.
I considered Cockney, but I went with proper British. Is who are you? Because Garrett doesn't seem to know who you are.
Can I eavesdrop?
Uh,
Can I walk up to here and inspect these bones and eavesdrop on them?
so you want to be pretending to inspect the bones, but also be eavesdropping?
Yeah, you guys didn't hear that.
Okay, so make.
No.
I need you to make 2
I
checks. Number
Okay.
1, perception to hear them, and number 2, performance to like imagining your.
So,
Either one first. Your choice.
Gotta say it though.
I forgot what they were already.
Perception,
Perception?
performance.
Okay, perception. 19.
That's good.
Whatever. Okay.
You can definitely hear them.
Okay. 18 plus whatever.
Oh.
Jesus, she's back on
Wow,
the
alright.
top again.
As far as you guys are concerned, Phelan is doing a thorough inspection of the remains in this cavern.
Can I be that guy because stealth is my job and figured what she's doing now?
Not right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Just
I don't want to meta, but I feel like that's something.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's
No,
not
that's
interrupting at all.
That's not interrupting at all.
How dare you want to play your character?
Yeah. Anyway. So.
Sorry. That was just mean.
Yes.
Just quietly called her a Jew.
You weren't even quiet.
Everyone heard it.
Stop insulting each other so we can have our fun.
Alright, go. Character development.
Garrett is aware. Garrett is safe.
He's actually not aware. I believe you that Garrett is safe, but he's not aware of what's happening. Or if so, he's a very good liar, and I don't believe he is.
Garrett is not one for lying,
I agree.
nor is he one for not knowing what's going on. He knows. You can ask him yourself. You did ask the right questions.
I did ask him, and anyway, who are you, and what is this?
My name is Varys.
Varys.
It's with an IS at the end, just so you all know.
Who's your daddy? What does he do?
That's IS.
And the wings? As I assume I'm like moving past one of the wings.
Oh
right
no,
now?
you can't actually see them.
Oh, I can't.
No,
They're-
you just see the
they're-
But I
shadows.
saw the shadow.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
What is the word? Ephemeral?
Ethereal.
Ethereal.
Ephemeral is like an artery.
I don't know.
It's like supernatural
I feel
stuff.
like-
You can't see the actual wings, you
Right.
see the shadows.
Okay.
Ow.
And I just kind of like motion down to the ground then in the shadows, and I see.
As they fold in, because it only lasts a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Anything?
I'm trying to think how to say it. Just a gift.
From? Gift's got to come from somewhere.
If I knew, I would tell you. It's not my gift.
I'd like to perform an insight check on him.
Fair enough. What's your insight modifier?
+4.
This guy seems like a liar.
Pussy.
You get a general sense. Sorry.
Damn.
You get a sense that he's not withholding information, but he is being very indirect. It's
Dodgy.
It's sort of the way, you know how, like, if you ever watch videos online of people, like, questioning the police and the police give a very roundabout answer? That's essentially what he's doing to you right now.
So you're
He's
saying,
giving
So
you-
you're saying he's a fucking co-op? Are you a fucking co-op?
I would have told you if I was a fucking call.
He's giving you the sense that
If you are, you gotta tell me.
I would have told you.
he's giving you these are answers given by someone who's being intentionally vague.
Doesn't want to tell me the truth.
Not so much the truth.
More information.
He doesn't want to lie to you, but he doesn't also want to give away a lot of information.
Can you explain anything to me, please? If Garrett's going to be a part of this team, then I imagine so are you indirectly or directly. I'm not really entirely sure how it works. I'd love to know that.
You will know in time what you need to know. For now, understand there's information that you cannot know.
Then I hope you understand that I will no longer be traveling with you.
You do as you wish. I will go to Southdome regardless.
Understood. Give Garrett my regards. I just start walking towards Raucus.
Okay. As you move towards Raucus, both you and Raucus, and I'll say, actually, yeah, everybody in this room can give me perception checks.
Hell yeah.
Shit, I don't like this.
Wow,
21.
that went really far.
Wow,
away.
how did I even...
I don't know, it was impressive.
was.
Hey, let's go.
Oh,
Jeez,
plus
I'm
two.
gonna fucking drop the dice on me.
Yeah, no. I'm in a room, I guess.
He's just staring down the barrel of his gun like, huh, I wonder if this is clean.
Okay, I'm not even, no. I don't even think with a critical miss I would do that.
I did it with a nail gun once when I was 8.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
my dad took
How
me
did
to
that
the shop or whatever. I'm fine.
Oh.
And
Did you die? Is that what the glasses are for?
I have both my eyes.
They're just nail protectors, really.
And then I'm
I
like
want to know
Mr.
where the
Larson.
freaking
So
nails
messy.
came from. Dad, oh my god, I left the stream on at home for my parents. I'm so sorry, I never told you. But I would have almost blown out one of my eyes with a nail gun.
Earmuffs.
It's a little bit too late for that one, son.
I didn't
Sorry,
know.
Mom, he took good care of us.
The audio's turned off. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry, no one's
Let me know if
actually
we
listening.
lose a subscriber.
I'm waiting for the text to come through. What?
Anyway, sorry.
He's already getting an earful right now.
Yeah.
Just getting yelled at.
My
Cool.
perception's 12.
My dad took me to
12
shoot real
total?
guns.
21.
Yeah.
21,
11.
11,
13.
13.
I think.
Oh
I'm in a
yeah,
room.
1.
Yeah.
21. Got it. So, down the hallway closest to you, Leon, you see that it does not extend very far. The rooms, even with the low light that you're giving off because you cast the light spell,
Yeah. It's on my mace.
you can see essentially what look like
She watching.
eggs,
Did you get a text?
like little balls strung together. They look very reminiscent of like pods, almost like hatching pods. Down the room that you guys see,
Fucking alien.
you can both see this hallway extends for a bit. And at the end of
That
it,
one? Okay.
yes, that end hallway.
Yep.
And as you look down it, you can see the faintest glimmer of light.
Like fire or like the end of the tunnel?
Like the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
Don't go that way, we're gonna die.
Actually, you don't know. The light is a very, very dull red that you see.
Oh.
Do I make out anything?
You do. Well, not down that hallway. You're actually more this way.
Okay.
You're looking down one of the side hallways, and like Leon, you can see, as you look down the hallway. Sorry, excuse me, I have a cold. You look down the hallway, and you can see what essentially look like egg sacs in these rooms.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Fucking alien.
Phelan, your perception check, when you're looking through these bones,
Uh-huh.
in this room between these 3 piles, anywhere from like 6 to 8 bodies.
Damn, son.
Accumulated total of bones.
In this pile, you said?
In all
no.
3, in the room, scattered
Okay.
about. You're taking your time to go investigate the different areas and things like that. You do find a couple different
Shut up.
items underneath the bone. You find 2 what look like traveling packs, like backpacks.
Okay.
You find what appears to be a set of very nice steel daggers.
Okay.
And you also find a decent looking longbow.
My specialty.
Wait. Oh, that's true.
As far as you know.
Longbows are for people who can't shoot guns.
Longbows are for tall people. Well, they can
That's
be.
actually true.
Yeah, she's not wrong. Pretty sure my gun's
Okay.
bigger than you.
So I find these things, and then can I pass the daggers off? Like, I guess pretty. Oh, they're nice. You said. So I
They're
guess
nice.
I would like
Steel
take a
daggers.
look at any of them and see if there's any kind of history stuff. But if not about I'm just gonna pass them off.
Doesn't really seem like there's any. They're not historically nice daggers. They're nicer quality than the ones you would find in, like, say, the weapons shop that you guys visited in town.
The swindler.
But they're not.
Okay. So as everyone's where they're at, I just ask.
I'm gonna start heading down the hallway.
Whoever's
After
near
our
me.
conversation.
Does
The red
anyone-
light hallway
Towards the egg sacs.
towards the egg sacs.
Running
Okay.
away
Sort
already.
out. Ready.
Sorry.
No, I said he's running away already.
Fred.
I guess because this would be a lot of stuff for me to carry.
Yeah, it's hefty. After you swing the 2 things over, you're picking up the bow, and then you go to reach for the 2 daggers, and you kind of just look and you see Eric there, and he just kind of goes. "Brr,
Daggers?
brr."
Daggers?
No.
No. Okay.
And he holds on to his. But he does come over, he takes the 2 from you, and he puts them in his backpack.
Oh, the 2 daggers?
When
Yeah.
Sean's not here,
Okay.
Arik becomes the donkey.
Yes. Okay.
Pack mule.
Well, I was. Oh, wait, no. I rolled a 1. I don't hear the sound.
Yeah, you're vastly aware that you are in a cave.
Eric,
I'm cleaning.
What are you?
I gotta ask you a question. Can you take a look down this hallway right here? Are those bird eggs?
No.
Right. 1 second then. I'd like to go and inspect the eggs.
Okay. Even at a brief inspection with your check, they appear to be eggs.
Just
like
regular eggs?
not like chicken eggs, like
Yeah.
big,
Mm,
about the size of like the creatures you just saw.
gotcha. Hey,
Burn fire.
friends, compadres. I think I found something worth looking at.
What, we're in a cave?
No, you're standing right here. What do you...
Yeah, I'm standing in a cave.
Oh my god, you really can't see. I was kidding. There are eggs right in this hallway.
Listen, just because you're hungry, I don't want your eggs, okay?
No. Oh my god. Someone with Eric, get over... Are these not
What,
eggs?
because he's a bird, he knows about eggs? That's racist.
Arik walks into the room with you, looks around,
I agree.
takes out his short sword, and
What are you doing? Does he break it?
he's gonna try to. Yes, he does.
Alright.
Nice.
The blade sinks into the egg. You hear a slight, and when he pulls it out, you
Does it
can.
look like...
Yeah, the top of the egg crumbles in, and you can see one of the creatures in like a essentially a baby form,
Gotcha.
smaller than the other ones you had seen, and it is dead.
Do I realize what's happening now, or am I still dumb?
No, you're fine. When someone points it out to you, it's not
Okay.
like you don't lose all of your intelligence.
I know.
How many eggs are in the hallway that I went down?
You can see about 4 total eggs.
And 4 more screechers.
Yeah.
Burn it
Easy
all.
enough. I mean, as long as you don't roll a natural 1 on 4 attacks, you're good to go.
Well, about that.
I just wanted to make sure that they weren't like animal eggs.
Well, that's a crit.
No.
Nope.
Then I'm gonna...
No, crit. 1 was a crit, so that egg is.
Oh my gosh.
A crit, 2 2s, and a 4.
I'm gonna go up to
You
each
flirted
egg,
with the line.
say a bit of a silent prayer to myself, put my hand on it, and sacred flame each one.
Nice.
As I
Okay.
go.
Ooh.
Okay. And the eggs from the inside just.
Is there anything on the ceiling? Did you look at that, or?
Nothing on this.
All clear.
I've seen this movie before. I don't know what a movie is, but I've seen it.
I've seen this stage play before.
I don't know if anyone else wants to do anything, but I'm
read
gonna
that
inspect
script.
this little cavern part then. While
There are other
wait.
caverns that.
Oh yeah.
I just want to make sure this is 100%
So
no
since that,
tunnels.
I guess I'll go over
It-
here and look in there.
In the interest of time saving, you guys clear out the rest of the cave.
Oh yeah.
There were egg sacs in every room. 2 of the egg sacs were open
No,
throughout the room that you
Those
see,
guys-
those guys are
That
dead.
makes sense.
In my brain.
and the rest are closed.
Raucus is going to suggest that the monster we were just fighting was running in this direction. So we want to
possible.
go in this
That's-
direction.
Yes, that's where I was going with you.
Yeah.
Well, what if that takes us deeper into wherever this is?
Well, we made it our duty to destroy these things and save this town, so we should keep going.
We should make sure we have a way out.
For once, I actually agree with that one.
Yeah, that was very well said.
I know. It happens.
But I also agree with Phelan, and we should. I'm going Irish. Wow. That was, it's
Also
not
agree with
practice.
Phelan. Top of the morning.
Sir,
I agree with Phelan.
Island.
you're questioning me. You can't even keep an accent. Who are you?
Who are you really?
Wait till I point out next time you lose that rasp.
Sorry, my throat gets better sometimes.
I know.
That's how I sound naturally today.
It's not my fault. I was. Oh, well, I don't know what happened to my throat.
No,
so.
but I do agree with Phelan. We should have a way out. This way looks like there is a light at the end. I'm assuming that's a way out, or we should at least explore it.
I know. We should
Is it
definitely check it out because this darkness is starting to imprison me.
I cast light on my.
I liked it.
I immediately just cast light on my sword.
So, Varys now, as he's known,
It's
takes
only one person.
well
2
still.
people.
takes his sword out and just kind of runs his hand along it, and you see the similar light spell that was cast upon you just kind of embodies his sword.
My
This
dark
should do
vision
you
is
just
now
fine.
really light.
So what's the plan? You guys are gonna head down that hallway?
Yeah.
Sounds like Rox and I are leading the way down.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start going.
Yeah.
Okay. Arik follows cautiously behind.
Actually, before we do that, can I take a hit dice?
No, you would have to spend a short rest to do
Okay,
that.
I forgot that's how that works.
If you guys want to wait an hour, you can spend all the hit dice you so want.
No, let's go.
I'll just grab his shoulder and I'll just give him all my lay on hands.
Okay.
So you
If
guys
there's
take
any
HP
more,
then.
maybe
Oh,
those.
sweet.
I would assume they're all smaller ones.
Thank you.
I don't believe we'll be fighting any more bigger ones.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Who knows?
Well, if they lay eggs, I don't think they need mates necessarily. So
Well, for all we know, that could just be a medium-sized one.
it's true.
He's not wrong.
Actually, I'll do 5 lay on hands and 4.
It did seem like that one was the.
Definitely
Mother,
the
though.
leader of this.
Better than what it
This,
was.
this might be leading to a bigger cave with an even bigger one. Could be a whole colony of things. Could be.
So-
This could go way deeper than I thought.
So do you? We're way past lawyers. Sorry. Do you suggest we do take a rest then, or?
Well, I was gonna suggest it, and then I see him obviously going around like killing people. I think our new friend is I guess got that covered for now.
You know me as regular friend.
You're clearly
different.
giant and blue.
You're accused
And
of
I think we
being
went over this already. And I'm pretty sure it's been acknowledged that you're clearly not Garrett.
That's fair.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know who you are. I didn't ask that.
So, not that I mind. How do you do that with your eyes? That's pretty badass.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay then.
Ah, yes.
Well, this is angry Garrett.
Doesn't seem he just seems like super.
Oh no, he's
he
furious.
doesn't
Do you not see
super
the fire out of his eyes?
We'll settle any and all questions once we leave here.
I didn't ask any questions.
You can ask anything you want instead of just talking about it.
I don't want to ask any. I don't
I just
care.
keep walking.
Don't
I
worry.
think you're cool.
You can ask questions too. He's not going to answer them anyway.
Oh, what'd he say?
Basically nothing, other than his name is Varys.
Oh, cool.
I like angry Garrett.
I don't like either of them actually anymore.
And Garrett.
Ooh.
Get out.
It's like Spanish buzz from Toy Story 3.
So,
Yeah.
you
Bill
guys,
Buzz.
Elbows.
in a single line formation, make your way down the hallway. It's not a very lit hallway,
Shame.
but you have
Got
light.
that flash. Let's make this lit.
You have light on either end of the spectrum with Leon in the back and Garrett in the front. So it's fairly bright in the area you're walking through. But eventually, with that light, you do notice that the topography of the land changes.
Uh-oh.
While most of this tunnel is dirt and seemingly excavated rock, as you get further down the tunnel and the light gets brighter, you notice it's no longer just dirt and rock. There's now stone here, stone work laid. And eventually, as the light brightens, the tunnel, which is now stone on either side and stone as you walk in, opens up into a much larger room.
Oh, holy jabronis.
You know what? I don't think we're going to need this anymore.
Where we're going, we don't need white things.
Well, I'm sure there's no surprises or anything
Wow.
that are waiting for us here.
Hey, while we're waiting, can you grab me a fairy blood, perhaps?
Wow, you really want that? Okay. I mean, we'll teach their own, I guess.
Oh, shit. Put the walls back.
How cool is a pentagram in there?
Where did you get those things and
I'm
stuff?
sorry, I have to battle map the. Oh.
This is so cool.
Yeah, fly that and get the overhead camera.
Yeah, get the helicopter.
I'm guessing this doesn't go like this at all.
No.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Look, this fancy
Chat's
stuff.
loving it already.
Angry Garrett.
I'm just gonna assume we're coming in from over
Who's
here.
loving it
Yes.
the most, though?
Yeah, who loves this the most?
So who was in front?
I'll be in front of
Me
you
and
guys.
Raucus were leading the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right behind us, yeah.
Oh, is that
Raucus would be like in the front.
Yeah.
Is this Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh, shit.
nice?
Oh, shit. It's a transmutation. I'm out.
It
I
is.
leave.
Was that on purpose?
I don't know how everybody else wants to go.
Never mind. I don't know.
Where's I'm gonna do that.
It's clearly full stone
You can put
alchemist.
me with Arik wherever he is.
Now, are these
Okay.
Mega
Yeah,
Blocks?
that's
Because
asking
I can't be
great
associated with
questions.
Mega Blocks.
God damn.
We're giving any great answers.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just do this. We'll just go like this. I apologize if everybody's not where they want to be, but this
That's
is
fine. Just put them in there. Doesn't really matter.
We'll figure it out once.
I'm exactly where I want to be.
just, you know, just stick
Guys,
it in.
remember the TV show Figure It Out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Summer Sanders. Oh.
Ah,
You have to bring it back down
Yes.
there,
No, I
right?
thought it was
dragon
one of
wings, fried and grilled.
It was Summer Sanders.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yes. It was.
With head or brain,
You
whatever.
had to
the fuck-
figure out
yeah.
what the person's special
Yeah.
talent is.
Summer Sanders, is that
That's one of the
you?
greatest
I
shows
had that
ever.
as a voice
You
tape.
put what in your what?
So,
Can I have the physical clue, please?
All right, let's bring it back.
Bring it back. I'm
So-
back.
you guys head now into this much larger expanse of a room.
Oh God.
As you make your way in,
Could you also point out where that light was coming
I would
from?
like
If we see it.
the light is actually coming from a glyph on the floor.
Gotcha.
Oh, good.
On top of the glyph appears to be a sorted pile of bones and other debris, much larger than the previous room that you were in.
Larger pile or
Larger
bones?
pile.
And assorted or
Not sorted, like
Piles,
various
just like- yeah.
different ones.
Christian, can you fix the
sorry.
No, it's okay.
thing behind you? Just push it out further. Yeah.
Various different sets of bones and
Varys?
no, various.
Hey!
Varys bones.
As you walk in, the floor in
lava.
this area is mostly barren, save for the pile of bones on top of this glowing, what appears to be carved spell work into the ground. Some sort of glyph that's shimmering and seemingly turning as it goes with this bright red light. That light source is the only one in the room, but as you enter, your sword and your mace light up the area in front of you. Along the far wall, there is a somewhat raised platform with what looks to be a younger human male. Not child, but probably, I would say, early 20s.
Brother.
Huh?
Brother?
Your brother? What? Anyway. As he stands there, he appears to be just sort of staring off into the distance, mouth agape.
I got that.
And he does not seem to notice your arrival. He just kind of stares forward, limply. How do you proceed?
Hey, yo!
I train my gun on him because I don't know the fuck he is.
I'm gonna approach.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach
Okay.
him.
So everybody can move their character pieces to where they're going in the room.
We'll get to about here before I.
Yeah, it's right next to you.
Oh, you're.
Let's surround him.
Oh shit. Here's everybody else. I don't know where everybody else wants to go.
I'll be next to Ruckus.
Gotta intimidate him
This one's you, right?
right off the bat.
Here you go.
I'm gonna go right here.
I guess I'll
It's all
go.
bunched together.
Right next to Ruckus.
I'm going right here. Gun trained on him while I would like to
Over
also
here.
keep an eye on this bullshit.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't want to look
Go
at
up super
this.
close because I'm so
I'm gonna do the simultaneous bones and person look.
So, creature does not seem to acknowledge you. Or what?
Creature?
The person does not seem to acknowledge you.
If you have a stick, poke him with it.
Have you spoken to it yet?
He's closest. I'm gonna let him go first.
I'm just gonna walk up and like try to wave my hand in front of his face. And then
As you snap, the eyes turn towards you slowly.
Oh good god.
Where am I? That's all it asks you.
You're saying it a lot,
Um,
which is getting me very irritated. 'cause I don't like
do I...
it?
Is this actually a symbol on the ground? by the way?
Yes.
Can I see if I recognize the symbol?
You can do an Arcana check if you'd like.
oh wow,
No,
that
you
went
can't.
wow.
No, you can't.
That thing just counted.
Oh no!
Can I go back to that one?
Is it a crit miss?
Where did it even go?
It's over here, I got it.
Very, very hard to tell. There is a
Oh, this one
large
was a
pile
2.
of bones sitting on it. Usually, in order to read arcane spell work like that, like glyph work, you have to view the whole symbol because there's very intricate lines and patterns that happen in order to get certain magical occurrences to happen. So
Gotcha.
it's very hard to make out right now what this is. It repeats the question. Where am I?
Can I quickly inspect him and see if he has a weapon?
Make a perception check.
Crit.
Whoa!
That die works.
Finally.
You do not see a weapon.
Okay.
But what you do see, as you kind of look right past Garrett, you don't see a weapon, but what you do see is coming out from the pants leg of his right leg, you see a tendril.
Oh God.
Almost like an umbilical cord that flops down and lays along the ground. And as you kind of raise your head above it, you see sort of this... I really couldn't find a good piece for this, so I'm just going to kind of use this.
Okay.
It's sort of a gelatinous... What?
I hate you.
Why?
Outside of game, I know. But
Oh,
outside
you-
of game,
I have no idea. So. Yeah,
So
I was gonna say. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's.
There's a tendril that runs along the ground.
Oh.
Yeah. No, that's fine. The walls don't need to be there.
No, I know. I was just getting the wire in
no,
there,
they
and then
need
from
to.
there we can. Yeah.
It's called aesthetic.
It's connected to this small, about 4 or 5 feet tall, red mass.
Okay.
Inside you see skulls, bones, rib cages, feet,
Looks like
just
a
the
magic.
bones, kind of swirling around in this mix.
And it looks like that's where the tendril is coming from.
Yes,
And the tendril's going up his pant leg or coming out from?
up his pant leg. You also notice with that perception check, even though the light in this room is giving off that red hue, your light is closer now, and his skin, even in the plain, standard white light, is still giving off an almost red hue to it.
Did I see the tendril start to go up, or does it look like it's pretty wrapped in there?
You didn't see the tendril go up. It has been up since you've
Okay.
started observing.
Okay, gotcha. Because that influences my
And
decisions.
it just kind of looks at you, and now the question changes. Where am I? Who am I?
Seems like he's under the effects of some sort of spell.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Does Roettger see the tentacle thing?
Make a
I'll
perception.
point. I'm gonna point it out to Raucus.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of like tap him on the shoulder, and just like point at it, and just say something's not right.
Do you think it's controlling him? Do you think it's controlling him?
I do.
Question,
I'm not
do we
sure
all see
exactly
this
how
guy?
it works, but it certainly seems
Yeah.
like something's-
No.
Okay.
So far,
Okay.
because it's a raised platform, it's
Yeah,
about
yeah,
5
yeah.
feet off the ground, so
Yeah.
you're kind of looking up at this thing.
Mhm.
Dyrus was just kind of able to lean over and
Yeah.
see it behind him.
Can I check those bones and the one outs too?
What's up? Who wants to check what?
Let her check the bones and stuff.
Yeah, go
first,
ahead.
Yeah.
Make a investigation check.
Make a bones check.
Yeah. Are you trained in bones?
She's
Am
in
I
every
trained in
episode.
bones?
Nice.
Every episode, big
Nice.
Emily.
Bones. Okay, I'm sorry. Investigation. 17.
17.
David.
You can see that
Borealis, that's
in here is at least double what you saw in the previous room.
Oh God.
Okay.
So if there were 6 or 7 bones there, you could wager probably about 15 people's worth of bones here.
Okay. And do I know anything about the thing underneath that's lighting up, right?
That would be a separate check. That would be an Arcana check.
Can I look at that too?
Yeah, sure.
I have something when she's done.
Sure. No problem.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Okay.
there's-
Everybody,
I think
yeah,
we have
everybody
the
can-
same idea, so I'm hoping.
16.
16. It's very, very hard to read, like I said, because most of it is obscured. But with the
Yeah.
16, you can see this has something to do with animation.
Okay.
Pixar, I knew it.
They're behind everything.
Lightning McQueen.
Yes.
Oh no, not Lightning McQueen. He was so young.
Not the third
Isn't
one.
that Owen Wilson? Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
I've never
Wow.
seen anything like this. I know
Do you think that's why he doesn't know where it is?
I think we should
Draining
release.
him?
I think we should release him from it and see if I can cut it loose. Can you drag him out?
I think you're right.
All right, approach. Switch
hold on.
sides with me and approach.
When you, actually, when you say that,
I
the
can-
head moves towards you,
Yeah.
Oh.
and he says, "Release me from what?"
I just
Don't panic.
slowly approach and hopefully.
As you start
Ruckus-
moving, he
Yeah.
raises his hand into
Yeah.
the air.
I take a step back and like
Yeah.
go defensive.
Should I be
He goes,
concerned?
I have nothing to be released from. I am reborn. And he
Oh,
puts his hand out.
God!
As he
No, I
puts,
was super concerned this was gonna happen. Those bones were gonna be animated and turned into something.
as he puts his hand out,
They're not
the light
statues, though.
changes from red to yellow
Uh-oh.
and begins spinning faster and faster. And who was watching the bones?
Hi.
You can see them start to move. And phantom joints seem to connect them together.
Josh, the
I
bones are
literally
moving.
Put it together and
bones
you
are
were
moving.
saying something. I'm like, oh no, how do I
that's
interrupt? No,
Damn it. I was
It's
about to
really
take the
big.
bones off the thing.
A large bone golem
Like-
oh, what?
like-
assembles itself
Like
You
bigger
said
than
the
him?
word golem?
Put it here.
bigger than him.
No way.
Yeah.
Nothing's bigger than him.
Around, if you were to guess, around 10 to 12 feet tall.
What's that head already? Yeah.
Bigger than Rockets. So you next.
Raucous,
Oh.
please.
The spines have fused together in a long sort of, creating just essentially a long spine. Which on the top, 3 heads sit and just kind of turn. And it stares out at you all menacingly. Since this is new, I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Oh.
We're all gonna die in this room.
I want everybody to be aware of
Oh,
something.
hell yeah. We're all dead already.
This is going to be a difficult encounter.
Is Arik piloted or no?
Arik will be piloted.
Okay.
Like, are you saying difficult enough where victory might not be an option and other options may
We'll
need to be
find out,
considered?
won't we?
That is entirely up to you. I'm not going to say much more than that.
Alright. That's
Oh.
fair.
Everyone roll high
20.
and roll tide.
Suck.
No.
Oh.
Make a suggestion. Run!
Would virus run?
My scouter says he's not over
He knows
100.
when he's at his best. Not at his best.
All right. So,
Thanks, Tom.
who is
I heard it at the end.
who is above a 20?
Oh, what the shit? What the fuck?
Really?
No
Okay.
shit.
And what the fuck?
So
Exactly,
25 to
actually.
20.
Baba da boo.
24.
You're
24.
yeah, plus 3.
Xania.
So 23 for her and 21 for me.
I'm
Her
gonna.
mom's one.
Is that's gonna stop me?
Texted.
Now I'm self-conscious.
That guy Tom is the
I
piece
don't
of
want
shit.
to hang out with him anymore. I don't know what
Yeah.
your mom sounds like.
Yeah, why would your mom sound like that?
I don't know. That
That's
was really
just what moms
rude.
sound like.
My mother doesn't sound like that.
All right.
Can we
20
ban
to
parents from
15.
watching? I no longer want parents watching.
15 to 10.
Oh, so we just got the top
Oh, I got
order and
20.
the bottom?
Oh,
Oh,
you fucking.
I got distracted by their above
Oh.
20s that I was like, oh yeah, I have a 20. I guess it's okay.
I guess 20 is good enough to be fourth best.
He died.
When this dude is forming
Oh,
up, can I yell, "It's an animation spell," or something? That last part.
Yes, you can.
Definitely.
And
So
that's
you
what I
guys,
yell.
you guys are aware that this is some sort of animation spell.
rest.
So who's 10 to 5?
Short rest my butt.
6.
Yeah,
7.
short rest would have helped her butt, yes.
7, 6. Erik
Exactly what I held my
rolled a
butt.
5.
Haha!
Hey,
Oh,
Mike.
well, that's easier for you.
Way to suck, Sean. Sorry.
He's
And
not-
before we start this combat, we're gonna take our only break for tonight
Yay.
Yay!
I'm sorry, Mom.
because I need to pee.
Alright,
So-
I gotta let the dog out.
Everybody, we'll see you back in about 5-10
Yeah,
minutes.
Don't go
I hope you guys are enjoying.
Who let the dogs out?
Welcome back, everybody. Xanier, you're up.
All right, let's go.
Wow.
I am shooting this mofo. Does he expect me to shoot him?
Which motherfucker are you shooting?
I don't know about that guy
You don't.
or this guy.
You know
Well, you
that.
know about him.
Okay. Well,
Also, why are you facing the wall? Can you?
I don't know how that happened.
blind.
After he
Camera.
extended his hand is when the bone golem formed. So you can assume what you would like from that.
Xander, over here.
I
Turn
assume
around.
nothing.
That's the wall.
I understand nothing.
This is fine.
Well, I don't know how spells work.
You're fine.
And
Not anymore.
last
I'm
time
sad
I
that nobody
shot
got my office reference.
a human being, I got yelled at. So I'm not gonna do that this time just yet.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just yet was the keyword.
Just yet.
I'm gonna unload around into the skeleton golem guy.
Skelly golem. Okay.
Does he expect an attack?
I mean, he's in combat, so yes.
Damn it! On that free crit.
He's been formed for combat.
You know what? I'll form your face for beautiful.
Done.
I don't know what that means.
I
I already get advantage on that. Oh wait, no, I do get advantage because he hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. So yay.
And I get advantage because Burwell thinks I'm cute.
That's those two things are separate.
That's reasonable.
Not denied. I told you that in confidence.
All right, so that is plus.
Because we're spilling our vaginas everywhere in the tilt.
Oh my
in the tilted
God.
world.
The ad libs, dude. Come on.
Ad
It's already
libs.
predetermined.
All right, so
Alex.
that is a 20 and a 19
On
on the big guy.
you're shooting with advantage.
Yeah, because he hasn't taken a turn in combat. yet.
Got you. Okay, awesome. So you hit.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And that is a D10. Oh yeah, because I have advantage, I still get these. Ah. All right, new dice, don't fail me now. And they did. Okay, cool.
All right.
That is a 8 and 11. That is 11. Whatever the fuck, long range damage.
And your weapon's standard, right? It's not a +1.
No.
Okay. So you guys all watch as Xanier fires off a round at this creature. The bullet hits a rib on the creature's chest and proceeds to shatter it. The creature stands as if nothing happened.
Same. I would have done the same.
I hope you're not expecting us to have magic weapons, because I don't think any of us do.
Oh boy.
Is that your turn?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna reload.
Bonus action to reload. How many bullets you got left?
4.
Fair enough.
It's gonna be a fun day, boys and lady.
Phelan, you watch as Xanier's opening shot appears to deal no damage whatsoever, even though he connected.
Kill the kid! Kill the kid!
Not a kid, not a kid. 20-year-old man.
Well, to him, he's a kid.
Fair enough.
That's my brother.
I didn't see this over here because I'm too short.
You didn't see this creature?
Yeah.
The only two people who are aware of its presence are Xanier and Raucus right now.
Or
Would I
that.
be able
You
to-
saw him.
No, I don't know. I know this guy.
I'm sorry,
I don't
not
know
Xanier
that.
and Dyrus and
Would
Raucus.
I be aware of it since I'm there, or no? At this point?
No, because he didn't point it out to you specifically.
Okay. I'm going to try to cast Entangle on the creature in front of me.
Okay.
Am I in range?
Strength saving throw.
It's a 20-foot radius, so no, you're not in range.
20-foot radius.
Let me see.
No.
20-foot square.
Yeah, 20-foot square.
Sorry.
Okay,
There you go.
Oh yeah, so you can get it entirely
I
on
was like,
this.
holy shit.
You can get it entirely on this
Half the room is
platform.
entangled.
20-foot radius is a fireball, I think.
So it's a strength saving
30
throw.
foot even.
Yes.
Sometimes he's gonna pass
No,
us.
it's 20.
That is an 18.
I'm 14.
Okay. So you watch as he seems to lift his bony feet through the terrain. It doesn't seem to grapple him.
Okay. I'm going to back up, running,
Okay.
like
leaving now.
backtracking
Going
very
to-
quickly. I got 30 feet, 25 feet.
Stage.
And as I do that, I'm gonna say,
You still throw stuff anymore? Just hit the vacuum before? Everything was all over the floor.
get the spellcaster. And that's it.
She yells, "Get the spellcaster!" You all hear that? Dyrus, you're up.
Ironically, that was my plan anyway. I'm going to rush over to the edge where the tendril is around his foot.
Okay, so you would go then to this side over here.
Yep. Now you said it's a 5-foot platform, so
Right.
I'm 5'8". So I
Right,
can
so it's
see
like
the top.
it's
Yeah.
like right here.
All right. So I'm gonna just take a swing at the sword and try to chop at the tendril.
Okay. Go ahead and attack it.
And I'm really hoping that Raucus will follow up if I do successfully.
Cause a ruckus. God, I gotta stop saying it.
17.
17 hits.
It wasn't funny after like the second time.
I like it. I just don't laugh.
Yeah.
true.
That's right. You're in characters.
You just
So
point at
that's 10 slashing, but I'm actually going to use something I've never used before. If I hit with my Kensei weapon, I can use a bonus action to pummel the target, dealing an additional D4 damage.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So 3 more, so 13 total
13 total.
Yes.
13 total damage.
to try to cut the tendril out.
Okay, and you do succeed in cutting the tendril. As you slash through the tendril seems to reconnect itself.
Oh boy.
But it does take damage. You see the creature on stage wince as you strike it. So
When you say the creature, the red thing or the person?
the person.
Does Rocky see that?
Not as your action. Make a perception check, just in general.
And it reconnects instantly.
15.
Yeah, you see the creature winces. You see the person on stage wince as it is attacked.
But it reconnects instantly. Like
Yeah,
as you
pull your sword away, you see that the two disconnected pieces of the tendril, one seems to flop around until they eventually reconnect.
That's it. Yeah, that's it for me. It's my
Okay.
move action bonus.
Leon, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna move my way in front of this guy.
Okay.
I'll hold him off. I'm gonna take my mace, draw a line in the sand. It's not a move.
In the
I'm just
stone?
doing it. In the stone.
You shall not pass.
I'm gonna point at him, and I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on me.
Nice.
And I say, you're gonna have to get by. Wait, what voice? You're gonna have to get by me, and I'm more stubborn than Grandma's 7-layer dip. I'm ready. That's my Shield of Faith to cast. Oh wait, that's only a bonus action, I think, right?
It's concentration, we know that.
Yes.
Yeah, we've learned that one.
Don't forget.
So I can't use any other spells while doing that? Or no more concentration spells?
No more concentration
No.
spells.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna try some Sacred Flame on him then, see if that works.
Fair
Burn
enough. Go ahead and
He
make your attack.
must roll
Oh, got you. What save?
higher than a 15.
What's the save
sure it's
though?
all
Dexterity?
Dex.
Dex.
Yeah, Dex.
Higher than a 15?
No, 13.
That is a 12.
Haha!
Hey.
He takes 6 radiant damage.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
You see, he is pushed back by the force of this radiant damage. Whereas the
Seeing a team.
yeah, the inside of the skeleton, the bones actually seem to char from this flaming attack.
Oh, so we're having ribs tonight.
Yeah. How much did
I'll
you
keep
say?
the food jokes
How much
going
did you
all
say?
night.
6?
I'm telling you.
6 radiant?
Yeah, 6 radiant.
Beautiful.
Appears to do more than that.
Well, hot dog.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait. What are we
Is there alcohol in here I could drink? Because I
There
could
is.
really go for a drink.
There is
right now.
actually.
Enemies
Like
1.
whiskey.
Oh, no, I don't.
He's gonna move. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, shit.
Oh good, he's not coming after me.
He got past
no.
me.
I needed to.
He walked right over my line.
Rocket, no.
He is going to reach up and he is going to make a slam attack with both of his fists. Boom, boom.
That sounds rude.
You are both going to need to make dexterity saving
Oh,
throws.
like any other save, though?
no.
No, let's do
About this one.
Oh, 16?
14.
16. 16
14.
and 14. You both pass.
Oh.
So
Shield
do
sword,
take,
baby.
You do take half damage.
Oh.
You do take half damage.
A 40.
So that would be 5. You take 5 bludgeoning damage, and you are not knocked prone.
Alright. Good work, boys.
At the end of his turn.
Oh
That was
god.
rebuke.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Before the end of his turn, nailed it.
He's gonna suck on these nuts. Sorry,
Let's
mom.
make a dex saving throw.
Gotcha. That is a 14.
And it's to my charisma, so 14. My
Oh.
charisma's what is that?
No, it's 8 plus your charisma modifier plus your proficiency.
Yeah.
So it's 10 plus
Right.
what's your charisma modifier?
2.
So 12.
12.
Yeah, yeah.
So he passes.
I got you. So you take half damage.
Okay.
Nice.
You can do half damage too.
Damage is damage.
Mess it up, baby. Mess it up.
Tom, didn't you
You
get
did
it?
10s.
Yeah, I did.
Which one's D10?
I did damage.
I don't think you. I don't think technically it did
Yeah, it
damage.
sounded like it was immune to the damage. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Well, I broke a rib, okay?
What, your shot?
Yeah.
It's up for you to decide, but it
So
did not seem
three
to
damage.
react. How much? 3?
3.
Okay. The flame attack does seem to affect it as it reels back again in pain.
Nice.
The flames scorch its arm a bit. Again, a little bit of char on the
Fires
fingertips.
its weakness.
At the end of its turn,
Uh-oh.
it is going to use...
Fart. It's gonna fart on Reek.
No.
Let's barbecue this babunga.
He's gonna make a reek. Reek.
Hideous laughter. Each creature within 30 feet of the golem, so basically everyone, yeah, everyone,
Damn
is
it.
going to have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, okay.
Sticks and stones may break my bones,
Hey,
but your
crit!
hideous laughter is
Nailed
gonna
it.
kill me.
Pretty good at that.
His dice is so
Oh,
much
no.
better.
Oh!
That one is not as good, and it's in the opposite
You
coin.
don't add any
You don't add when you roll
Dang,
one.
Wait,
what
she's
a
a gnome,
perfect
right?
One.
Technically, yes. If this is a magical effect, you would get with advantage.
Did
so
you
get to
guys roll in the
twice.
same box, a crit and a crit?
Yes, but you
Wait,
get
I
advantage
gotta
because
do
you're a
a
gnome.
picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, who rolled the crit miss though?
Me.
Oh, good.
So I get to roll again?
Yes.
Yes, you get
Oh,
to take advantage on that. So what is everyone's totals?
22.
22.
God, that was real unlucky.
Xavier?
It's a cold.
I'm gonna be laughing.
Oh, you're not laughing.
I'm dead.
That's Tasha's hideous laughter. This creature's laughter is much more of
That's
a,
Death.
Hits my pride.
no, it's
I'm immune to pride.
Why is
damage.
everyone
Am I gonna take damage and confusion?
no. Hold on, we'll go over the effects after everybody. So, critical miss,
16.
16. Wisdom save, 8.
24.
24. Crit. Okay.
I rolled 2 months now.
So, Xanier and Raucus,
Oh god.
you both failed. You were the only 2 that failed, and you both failed by more than 5.
Oh
That's
god.
not good.
So you are paralyzed.
Oh,
Could be worse.
shite.
Could it? We good to go yet?
It's not.
I mean, my gun's loaded and in an aimed position.
No, you're still up. You're still up.
Oh, I'm still up?
Yeah.
You're standing.
You're
just
standing.
unable
You're
to
just
move.
unable to move.
Great.
Do you want to
For-
give me some of the figures?
Yeah.
Tokens, rather.
Yeah.
We'll do orange for paralyzed.
Can I put down a wall here so I can
Yeah.
see what's going on?
A paralyzed creature is incapacitated and cannot move or speak.
Yep.
Automatically fails strength and dexterity saving
Oh,
throws.
I'm good at dex.
Attack rolls against the creature have disadvantage, and any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh, good god.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
So,
thank god I'm over
Raucus is paralyzed, as is Xanier.
Really need Raucus to go angry or
Mm-hmm.
be mad. You feeling
Uh,
angry now?
On enemy's 2's turn, you see the form in front of you shift and change. You see the gentleman sort of turn to you, and as he does, he sort of shrinks down. And as he shrinks down, he is replaced by the form of a young girl.
That's
A young Yoda girl.
And as the young girl is standing there, she kind of looks at you and goes, "Do you know where my family is?"
oh god.
Oh, this is fucked. man.
Don't look at it, Yuga Smooch.
Oh, I'm shooting it. If
I'd
I
like
ever
you,
get
Dyrus,
unparalyzed, I'm putting a bullet in
to
this
make a
thing.
wisdom saving throw.
Sure.
Oh wait, is it wisdom or charisma? I have to check. Give me 1 second, but what did
Okay.
you roll?
It's either a 15 or 16. Wisdom is 16. Charisma is 15.
Sorry everyone, give me 1 second.
One.
Fuck.
One.
Oh, I'm not
Oh no.
Dead Airwolf.
having. Wisdom saving throw means you succeed. You are aware that this creature just tried to charm you into helping it.
Oh, and I have advantage against charm anyway. I'm in whatever.
Oh, okay, so you can roll again
Yep.
with advantage, but I mean, you passed.
Oh, I rolled the exact same thing.
Gotcha. So you are not charmed.
Are you rolling that die? What about that?
Only with advantage because it doesn't matter
I
as
don't know
much.
about that one.
Kind of throwing away a roll there.
Garrett /
Refuse to
Varys.
abandon it.
You're up.
I'm up already? Oh shit.
You are still Varys.
Angry
I
Gary.
am.
Anger it.
I guess
You already
I
made
will-
that joke.
No, he did.
Oh, good point.
I will make my way around the creature.
Downtown.
5, 10, 15.
She said the forbidden words.
20.
That's it. We
And as
gotta
I
kick
come
her.
around, which is to take strike to the back of his leg.
Okay.
Try to take him just to do something. I have advantage.
Trying to take him from behind.
You're
Honking.
yeah, you're flanking. You'd have to just move like
It's like
one
an awkward,
side. Yeah. You'd have to just move one side or the other.
here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you're flanking with Leon.
So that is an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Alright. So that is.
Angry carrots.
Do all the
I'm assuming
radiant
there's no
damage,
blade
okay.
damage
Uh,
for the hack blade.
go ahead and roll the attack.
Well, that was the attack.
I mean, go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay.
Mess it up.
Mess his face up.
It
Nice.
can't bleed if it doesn't have
11
blood.
slashing damage and 4 radiant damage.
You
Okay.
Make me bleed.
Cool.
Well.
You see
Oh,
the
buddy.
blade bounces off the creature's skeletal form, almost as if even the hack blade has no effect. However, in its place, as you strike it, that radiant damage seems to grasp onto the edge of the bone and char it a bit.
Nice.
Did it grasp firmly?
It did not.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, I mean, that's my turn.
Okay.
Can't do anything else.
Raucus,
Yo,
you are up.
Scary
For your
ass.
turn, you are paralyzed.
Okay,
So,
can I get enraged?
unfortunately, no.
Alright.
You can no. Actually, you can still take actions. You just can't move. Yeah, like you can't take an attack action, but you can. I would assume you would be able to get angry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Like-
go. I'm completely enraged at the inability to move my body.
So-
And then I will contemplate how much that sucks.
So you're gonna rage, and then that's a bonus action to rage, right?
What's that?
Bonus
That's a
action,
bonus
right?
action, but I-
So as at the end of your turn, as an action, you can attempt to end the paralysis. So go ahead
you okay?
and
Holy
roll.
shit.
I forgot I took that.
Yeah.
You good?
You can roll a wisdom saving
It's
throw again.
good to have.
You can do it.
I'm used to this.
Remember how I made the hand not drunk with that spell?
10. Unfortunately, the spell seems to hold the effect.
Stupid game.
Yes.
Well, look at it this way now. If you get crit, you just take normal damage because
No.
you're raging.
Oh, I never rolled Eric's check.
Don't worry, we can't lose this encounter. He said it himself before the mission started.
It's true, he did.
The opposite of what he
Uh,
said.
Prove it. It's not recorded.
You know
What's
what?
up?
Do we have a Kev Dog?
Yep.
Nig?
Oh, that's his
Yeah.
name now.
Big K?
Big K also good.
Do we
Special
have
K. No.
do we have character sheets available?
Yeah, on the main screen I can get it.
Would you
can
mind
get
putting
Eric.
up
Eric?
Eric's screen
Surely.
just so I can see his wisdom?
I think it's plus 1.
Wisdom
That's not my
is
jurisdiction.
His wisdom's 13, so a
I will
plus
grant you
1.
the jurisdiction.
Plus.
Yeah.
One time.
Just one.
Actually, he's a wizard. I think are they proficient in
We
wisdom
want the
saving
rolls,
throws?
or
No, that's gnome.
Yeah.
sorry, I'm
So
not used to
they're
this.
proficient in intelligence.
It's usually intelligence and one of strength
Sorry.
or dex or something like
I
that.
thought
That
it
was
was
exactly what X were
I
thinking.
don't know.
I could have done better.
You need to.
Either way, he didn't roll high enough where a proficiency bonus would matter.
Fair enough.
So he is. Oh, I missed.
That's alright.
That would have been really
It
impressive.
is
That
intelligence.
effort.
Okay.
Lump is to hang on
Oh,
and
okay.
like it hangs on.
So yeah, even with his roll, it's a 12. You got to beat a 13.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Everyone's paralyzed.
paralyzed. He's going to attempt to end that on his turn.
But wait, he didn't fail by more than 5 though.
He did not, but he is frightened then.
Frightened. Okay, not
Yes.
paralyzed.
So he did not fail by more than 5. So he's not paralyzed. He is frightened. So he cannot move any closer, and he doesn't need to make an attack because he's going to magic missile.
Magic missile.
So the creature takes 10 damage from magic missile.
Nice.
Does force damage have any positive effect on it, or is it just
It appears to hurt it.
okay? That's fine. More than not hurt it, so that's
Yeah,
good.
it's
More than my lovely bullet shot.
Xander, you're up.
hey.
Alright, well, I'm angry, but I can't do anything because I'm paralyzed, so I'll just do.
You can rage. Oh no.
No, I can't do that.
You can attempt to end the spell at the end of your turn.
I would very much like
Oh
to
yeah,
do
that's
that.
why you're paralyzed.
Thank you
Sorry.
for reminding me about my misfortunes.
Well, you won't be paralyzed now.
I hope so. I don't know. No.
God, stop. Just stop rolling.
Is that a 1 again? Oh my god, I thought it was a 7.
You're uber
Yeah, it has
paralyzed.
2 more dice. I suggest you try the other one.
Yeah, next time that's happening.
Fall deep.
You're
All right.
paralyzed.
So Xavier seems.
That's 3.
That's the paralysis of the brain coming
That's
out.
3 crit misses tonight.
Phelan, you are up.
I hope that means
okay.
next week I get a whole
I see
shitload of
my
crits.
friend's paralyzed.
Oh, can you put this on him
Yeah.
for
And
right?
I'm going to
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, she's stepping into the fray?
And I'm gonna
No one's,
just flame blade,
Oh shit!
right?
everyone's stepping over my line. No one gave a shit about it.
Your line's over
Yeah,
here.
That's what I'm saying.
Habitual lines.
We were already behind the
To
line.
be
It doesn't
fair, only
matter.
he passed the line. We
And
haven't
I
touched
can
it.
That's
attack
true.
with it.
Thank you.
Sometimes
yeah,
you cross
it's
the
a
lines,
bonus
remember
action to
where it
summon it,
lays.
so you can
Yeah.
attack with it.
Okay.
The entanglement spell, the remnants of it now disperse as you call your green flame blade.
Right. Yes.
Kill him.
Okay.
Please
now
do
I
that,
go
yes.
How
back.
do you want to do this?
Yeah, it's a melee spell attack.
Right. That's a 9?
Yeah, that's a
number?
9.
Okay. And then plus my spell attack bonus?
Plus plus your proficiency. So.
Yeah, no, that's
That's plus 6.
Yeah, that's already included.
15.
Hits.
Yay!
Nice, mess him up.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Stab him in the butt.
Alright.
No, we never
I don't know if he
tried.
has a butt, though.
Does he have a butt?
He has hips.
It's close. I'll take it.
Nice.
11?
What if its weakness is love?
Is it?
I don't.
There's only
is it
one.
fire damage? Because it's a fire damage.
Give him a hug.
It is fire, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making. They're not far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know this time.
Ah, nice.
I'm stuck.
I don't know if they heard it, but I heard it. It was nice.
I did. I
You're
heard
saying
that.
Goldsmith Pandora is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a
It is
thing?
funky.
All right.
Top quality funk.
I'm not ready.
Top
Dyrus, you're up.
quality funk.
Fucking fuck. Okay.
What's the
What are you supposed to
Do
do?
I have any idea what this thing is?
That's so weird.
You can make a.
Because I've determined it's probably not human.
You can make a history check.
Okay.
Actually, I'll allow you to do history or investigation.
Same number. There's a 1.
Man, we're all
So-
rolls
Not really
tonight.
sure.
What?
No, it's just you.
You're not really
Just roll
sure.
one.
Just you.
Getting up this close to it, you can tell that it's not human
Yeah.
because it's already
Yes.
changed forms from a adult male to a small little girl.
And that's kind of all the information I gathered without the check anyway, so that's fine. Okay, so... Alright, I'm gonna grip the sword with my other hand as well. Two-handed now. First time I've ever done this.
Okay, so
And I'm gonna try to chop at the thing again, the tendril.
this is
So
where he
that's
rolls
knees.
nothing but nat 20s when he two hands.
I'm okay with that. No, but it is a 15 to hit.
Hits.
So I didn't know that hits. Okay, good. So that's a D10 damage.
Shit.
And I'm gonna pummel it as well, so that's gonna be an additional D4.
I like it.
That's 6 plus 3 is 9.
9 damage.
Yes.
69.
Slashing.
Nope, it was just 9.
The figure of the young girl shrieks as you slash through it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
hear, "Ah! Why are you attacking me?" And it starts crying
You
now.
monster.
But as it cries, you notice these tears. They're not clear liquid. It's almost like a runny, reddish gunk that comes through its eyes.
That doesn't seem safe or hygienic.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Leon, you're up.
Alright. I look over to Raucus. Alright, I'm the shield. You better hold up your end of the bargain.
He's like,
My hand lights up, I touch your shoulder, and I use lesser restoration.
Oh, you're free!
So I remove your paralysis, and with that, the last bit of light disappears from my body. I was
Oh,
like,
he's
the rest
tapped
is
out.
up to you, man.
He's tapped.
You feel the effects of the paralysis wear off, and you
I'm just
you
there.
tempt it, and you move your arms, and they move.
Raucus is already enraged, so I'm gonna use
Oh, shit.
dermatology and just scream.
Okay, I'll allow it. Just for flavor text, you
Nothing
just see
actually happened.
as he screams.
Oh, that happens.
As he screams, and you're enraged, right?
Oh yeah, I've already been enraged.
That same aura, that red light that filled his eyes before, seems to start again and cackles.
I smile.
Flames sort of drop from the sides of his eyes as he turns and looks at this creature.
It's like you guys are cousins.
which
Oh wait.
is now up.
Wait.
What's that?
I knew I wasn't gonna do anything, but I was gonna bop him.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna aim for his knee if it amounts to anything.
Okay.
Try to
What, you get
slow
two
him down.
attacks?
Bonus action. I get attack.
Oh, okay.
Lesser Restoration's a bonus?
No, lesser
No, no.
restoration is my main
Was
attack.
the
Oh,
my
that's
attack
right.
is a, my
Right,
easier
War
attack.
Cleric.
Yeah. 18.
Hits.
Yeah. You get ready for the reckoning. Ha, oh wow.
Oh yeah, all right.
8. I know he's still bones and stuff, but
The mace seems to collide with the side of the bones, and even though there's a crack and splinter, doesn't seem to do anything. Doesn't seem to even acknowledge the hit as it glares down at the people surrounding it.
Good thing I'm far away.
The creature, on his turn,
Does he bleed?
he does not.
I don't think so. But I had to
He
ask.
does not. The creature on his turn. Yep. So, you see now, the creature lets out a horrible growl,
Oh, good.
what you just did?
and it seems to get much more vicious in its attack.
That just seems rude.
Is he raging? We have a rage on rage battle.
Oh no, he's raging. We gotta leave.
Who's raging louder? That's the winner.
This creature,
I'm gonna be stuck. You're dead.
this creature seems to have gone berserk.
Oh.
That sounds worse.
Fuck.
That sounds worse than rage.
That's so bad.
So, it is going to slam the ground around it. All 4 of you need to make dexterity saving throws.
Do they have to be saved?
Dex.
Yeah.
Because you're avoiding an attack.
Oh, come on, damn it!
My foot is right there.
Oh, this is a bad one anyway.
Nice.
Did you go?
No, no, I'm not.
I insulted it.
Oh my god, dude!
I'm
Did you
dead.
crit miss?
Yeah, I crit miss.
Oh my god.
I'm not there.
Oh, who? Oh,
21.
I'm
21,
away.
okay.
Nice.
so the only one who fails this check and is going to take full damage is Leon.
There goes my my concentration.
Well, maybe
Maybe,
you might have
maybe.
to roll a
You gotta
concentration.
get a constitution check first.
It's a very low roll, so everybody around him takes 5 damage.
I take 10.
No, you don't take double damage for crit failing. No, that's only for crits.
Is that 5 reduced already, or?
But
if
you
we
are
pass?
knocked prone.
Son of a.
I'm sorry.
Is it reduced if we passed, or is it 5?
Yeah, everybody who passed only takes 2 damage.
Oh, okay.
It was the lowest
Yeah,
roll I
and
could
you
do.
take
Your
one,
con
I
save has to
think,
be a
'cause-
10 or higher.
Correct.
Is it
Con
bludgeoning
save?
damage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Is it bludgeoning?
It is bludgeoning.
Did you
Yeah,
take
I'll
damage?
take one.
12.
Nice.
12. So as you hit the ground from the slam attack, you kind of look over and you maintain that focus on. It's on you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
you maintain that
technically
focus
you have
on
to
you.
make that too. You have to make a Constitution save for Flame Blade.
Okay.
And then, being berserk, it is going to use an additional action to make an additional attack on the creatures around it.
No,
She lost Flame Blade.
Ah, damn.
That's it.
Forever?
Yeah, forever.
So
That's forever gone.
That was a really
Never
good
come
move.
back.
Kind of
he's going to turn to Raucous, and he's just going to swipe at you with one of his bony claws.
Believe in you.
Good luck.
I believe in a thing called
That's going to be an 11.
Missed.
Oh, he missed him.
So as he swipes, you just kind of dodge your head back, not taking your eyes off of him. That's enemies 1. Enemies 2. The little girl,
They're both just
Reels
screaming at
back.
each other.
she's going to move out of the way. Do you want to she's not disengaging to move out of the way. Do you want to take an opportunity attack?
Can I still hit the tendril? Is this opportunity attack?
Yeah, because she's like turning and kind of scurrying back. The tendril will still be near you.
Then yes, sir. That's a 10.
Okay. You swing, clink, miss as she kind of darts back.
I didn't know you were gonna move.
Oh, we're moving.
I'm not good at moving,
Why don't you
Tommy.
tell me this thing
Now,
first?
question for you. My eyes are like looking this way because I can't fucking move. So, do I notice this asshole back here? Because I am taller
You
than
notice
6 feet.
now as the creature comes out from the shadows from behind and seems to absorb the little girl into itself as he passes through
If I
her.
ever get unparalyzed, this thing's gonna go down.
Shoot the goop.
And replacing the little girl in front of you is this.
Replacing?
Well,
How does that?
as it
it
walks
absorbed
forward,
it.
it absorbs her.
Oh, I missed the absorb.
Yes.
Word.
As it walks forward, it sort of merges with her, and they become one full
Does
unit.
it zipper?
It does not zipper.
Oh, fucking worst type of people merging.
Zipper.
As
I
it
barely know her.
does, the creature sort of forms up into not so much a cube, but almost like a human-sized, about 5 or 6 feet tall pile of goop and bones and skulls. It's very
Made
nasty.
of the same material as the tendril?
Yes.
Okay. So I know I can hit it as well.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And it's gonna reach out and try and swat at you with like a
Yeah.
goopy appendage.
Yeah, definitely.
Good band name.
That's gonna be a hit. That's 18 plus 6.
Cynic plus shit.
What's
24.
total?
24.
How much does shield give me? No, I'm not afraid.
It would give you 5 to your AC.
5? Yes, I know.
This is literally the only
So
option.
it is going to slap you. You notice inside of the hand is like a skull that just kind of thwacks against the side of your head.
Right, I'm down.
Deal 6 damage to you.
I'm not down yet. But
Halfway.
hold on. But there's more.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, no.
That's it, Dex. I'm so good at Dex.
Don't
It's
roll
like
that dice.
But wait, there's more of that.
Dex save. Natural 19, that's 24.
Nice.
Fail.
You feel the goo sort of start to coalesce around your face and almost start to suck you in before you rip your hand away from it.
It's trying to suck you.
I'm already taken.
Look at his face.
Good smooch.
Garrett Varys.
I hate you
Alright.
so much. Kevin, I was supposed to say I love you.
We gotta put this on
You're my
like
boy, Blue.
like a robot,
Yeah.
so that he can control it from there.
That'd
Just
be cool.
ride around.
On an RC car,
Yeah,
you just hear
RC car.
Or a drone.
wrong.
A little
Yeah,
drone.
I can't see anything
Question.
going wrong with that.
No, it's perfect.
The hack blade ignores resistance.
The drone
so
cam.
It still seemed like it didn't have an effect.
It still seemed like it had no effect.
Okay, so
It ignores resistance. It does not ignore immunity.
That's what I figured. Okay, so knowing that, because this doesn't matter, I'm gonna put the hack blade away.
Nice.
I'm gonna pull out my sword and my whip because I'm gonna just try to use the whip attack. Try to entangle him.
Okay, you're gonna try and tangle him.
Yeah.
That's a strength saving throw, right?
Yes, it is.
He does have advantage on that.
Dex. Sorry, Dex.
Dex.
saving.
Oh, he does not have advantage on that.
Haha, nerd.
It's really low, so who knows?
That's a natural 18.
Yeah, no, he passes.
Minus.
And then I'm
Plus
just gonna,
0.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna take an attack with the sword. It doesn't. Yeah, it's 17 to hit, so
It would hit. Go ahead.
4 radiant damage.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna bother rolling the sword damage.
And that does.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Can you rip me off a little piece
Okay.
of that?
Kick out.
Damn.
Of the paper towel, though.
Why don't you just get a new one from over there?
I was like, I know he was
Slash
actually
kick.
asking me for something. I don't know what he's doing.
But I don't really care about
But I have to make the joke, so.
Raucous.
Thank you.
You are up.
Ruckus is gonna go into a frenzy,
Oh,
nice.
shit. Okay.
and he's gonna use both of his attacks on the big guy.
Wait, do you scream at him again? Can you guys
And I
just scream at
scream
each
at
other?
him
Yes!
Scream
So
battle.
just having a scream fight.
I'm just sitting in the corner. I
16.
hate
Hits.
all of this.
Hey, Matt. Red, green, or blue?
For what?
The tip on top.
Oh, no, that's okay.
13
Sure.
damage.
Thank you.
13 damage.
I just
Okay.
bought these. I'm going to leave.
Well, actually, what is this? What's burning him?
That's your weapon. It is considered a magical weapon because it has a fire property attached to it.
So, is this, do I have to engage this?
Mind if I take a look at it?
Activate.
We're burning out.
Yeah.
By the power
It's
of
active when you're holding it.
By the power of
Alright.
It's active when you're holding it and raging.
Oh, okay.
So, like
So
right
I
now.
technically get an extra d6 for that.
Yes.
And that was fire damage. I don't know
Yes.
if that makes an effect on the,
Go ahead and roll it.
an extra 1 damage.
So
Got him.
what was the total then? 14?
Now it's 14.
Okay. So you see both the hammer and the fire damage seem to connect and go through without issue. You take a big swing at this thing, crack, and you just open up half of its rib cage.
So like,
Just shatter it with bone, and it reels back in pain.
Oh, we are having rips
Open the
tonight.
other half!
And
I
now
was kidding.
I use my bonus attaction.
Attaction?
Attaction.
To go again?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do it.
Don't you have to frenzy on as a bonus action?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Alright.
So that's one attack.
Thanks, Chris. That was way more fun.
Same team. Really? Could have fooled me.
I don't know if Eric has any magic missiles left, but he'll do them.
I think he probably had. He was attacking mostly with his dagger last time, I think.
yeah, he wasn't using
Nice
magic
catch.
shit. He was like,
Cool.
saving
But I,
That's
don't, I have
DM
no
skills.
idea. Totally up to you.
And then the false Hydra swooped in.
Hey, someone's got to play the rules guy when John.
12 more to the big guy.
Yay.
I
Gotta
think
give the chat
I
some
told her to
money.
make a concentration save for the flame blade too.
Everyone loves rules guy.
We're trying to rules.
Bad high five.
We're trying to rules.
Xavier,
Yeah, good.
you can go ahead and
Sad
try not
rules
to be paralyzed anymore.
Rolling a different die.
So I am.
Okay. Wow, you rolled another one with a different
He's triple paralyzed.
I think you're.
I'm just gonna go.
How do you plan on getting out that way?
I was gonna walk around.
So Xavier,
okay.
you summon every ounce of will in your body. You just. I will move. Oh, and you just seem to fall forward on your face. At 3 nat ones, I've got to do something.
I can't be mad about it.
I'm starting to legitimately worry about him.
If I ever get up, someone's gonna
So I
die.
can't recast
Or
Flame
will
Blade
it?
because I lost concentration.
You can recast.
You can
as
recast it if you have enough spell slots
Yeah,
to do so.
I do. I'll
Alright,
recast it.
so
Lightsaber.
both of these are going over here.
Alright, I recast
Hidden
Flame
dice
Blade,
jail.
and I'm gonna take a slash.
Okay, go ahead and make your
Two more I
attack.
can use.
What kind of save is it?
That hits.
That's up to-
Yeah.
I don't know
Natural
what that save
14,
is.
that's gonna hit.
Wisdom.
Not a 1.
Here. I'll let you use the pike die.
Okay.
Since it's a wisdom save.
7 plus 5 is 12.
12.
Then you my painful fluid will work.
How do you want to kill the bone golem?
Yay!
Oh, thank God. That's
Okay.
one problem out of the way.
Maybe I won't be paralyzed anymore.
Go ahead and bet on it.
Okay.
I don't think he was willing to pass this spell.
I want
Oh, sorry, what's the
to.
screen?
Can I?
You're my name just now.
I guess. Can I? Oh, jeez, this is real tough. I want to do something with his ribs because Leon keeps saying something about his ribs.
Cook those ribs.
Cook those
ribs. Cook those ribs.
I guess would I be like?
I
I
got
don't think I'm
barbecue
tall
sauce, come
enough.
on.
That's the thing.
What?
Like to like
It's-
hack it through.
Flavor text. So you
Flavor
tab?
text.
using the momentum when Raucus hit the ribs, the creature turned and it almost fell. Its knee came out to the side. Seeing your reaction, you just jumped up, used its knee as a step-off point,
Love it.
jumped into the air.
Woo!
One quick swipe, you just
Nice.
disconnect the spine, and you see the creature just clatter into a pile of bones on the ground.
Woo! Oh, and
Question.
we're out of the process.
No, let's just say flavor text.
Am I still
paralyzed?
paralyzed?
Does it for me.
Yes,
Damn it!
Oh,
yeah, I'm underneath there.
Here you go.
it's it's 1 minute.
Oh god, he fell on me.
Oh no!
Leon, get out of there!
Oh, I'm covered in bones.
But you are bones.
These are pretty good ribs, actually.
Cooked well. But
Phelan, anything else for your turn?
Fall off the
Technically, you
bone.
are.
Since I
Technically,
didn't
your
move
bones covered in
before,
skin. Covered in bones.
I guess I'll move towards that blob.
Missing the ribs.
Move
Just
towards the
go.
blob?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that still right?
Okay.
question mark.
You see finally now, Dyrus, you're getting a little bit of backup.
Drunk camera.
Bring in the dancing lobsters.
Bring it in, bring it in.
I like that better.
Wait, where are we getting from Tom's point of view?
Nice.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I rolled 3 ones.
You see now.
Impressive.
You see now, Phelan is approaching you, finally to give you some backup. You are there with this tall, gelatinous creature about 5 feet above.
I notice her approaching.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start scooting this way, trying to maintain his attention.
Okay.
Hopefully he like turns towards me as I move. And I'm going to.
Smooch it.
All right. I'm gonna just try to like punch at one of the legs.
Okay.
So scooch these.
Just to let you know, there are no legs. This is essentially a mount.
okay.
It's
Then
a blob of things.
The lower blob area.
Okay.
Lower blob area.
Lower blob area.
I'm actually
Can we
proficient
even
in
say
attacking
lower
lower
blob on
blobs.
stream?
Yes.
I think so.
I'm going with
We good?
yes.
Yeah.
It's a part of the body.
It's a Mad Libs thing. Yeah.
You just
No,
wouldn't
it's
understand.
gonna be a 9 to hit. So
9 to hit?
assume it's
Okay.
not.
Yeah, no, the attack just seems to go wide to the left as you're moving.
Then I'm going to use my last key point to dodge.
Gotcha.
Patient defense.
Leon, you're up.
Shame it didn't go wide to the right.
You can use half your movement to stand up.
Oh, get off me. Crawl my way up. Okay, I guess that's taken care of.
Ish.
I mean, it fell on you.
This blob thing's here now. Don't know where that came from, but it seems like we're fighting it.
Did it seem to follow me when I moved?
It's very hard to
Attention-wise?
say. It doesn't
That's
have a
good.
face.
Yeah, it's true.
You just hear a squish.
I'm gonna try to use Sacred Flame on it.
Okay, go ahead.
Needs to make a save of 13. Dex.
That's a 9 and a -2. So,
Oh.
no.
Hey!
2 radiant damage.
Dexterity.
4 radiant damage.
What was that?
Gotcha.
I heard that.
So, the fire, you click your fingers, essentially interrupt it inside, and you can see it just kind of, and you hear the creature.
We need to record all your sounds.
Enemies 1,
I don't
dead.
have any
Soundboard.
Enemies 2.
I don't have any Jello jokes.
Enemies
don't?
2. It is going to actually move
Your joke pulls
off the stage as it lands in between you both with a
Oh.
thump. It is going to reach out the two sides of it.
Uh-oh.
I'll try and attack both of you.
Oh.
Disadvantage for me.
Disadvantage for you. I'll roll you first.
Do I have to?
That is a 13 to hit.
No.
Am I doing a dex save or anything?
No, I'm just straight attacking you.
Then I block it.
Yeah.
No, that was against me.
Oh.
13, yeah.
Touching me.
Then never mind. I'm gonna
Well, you probably
Touching
do.
you.
That's a 22.
just hit.
Blob guy touches your face. You're gonna fucking die.
Still
I'm
blob.
still laying on the ground.
So good. Oh, I'm out of stuff.
So the bone of an arm and hand cut off at the elbow just sort of go out into this blob-like form that extends out and just kind of crack punches you in the face.
Oh, what the?
You take 12 bludgeoning damage, and now I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No need. 12? 12.
12. You watch from the other side
Not a 1.
as the creature seems to start to envelop
That's probably not safe.
Leon.
No.
Yes.
Oh, wait,
I refuse.
I stand my ground.
Leon is currently inside of the creature.
Ew.
I'm gonna do a Constitution save for my shield. Did not save this time.
Okay.
Oh no.
So the glowing light from that's shining off Leon's armor seems to dim inside as you get pulled in by this creature's grasp.
What's going on? I can't see anything.
This is bad.
Bite the curb.
Oh,
This
God.
Jello
pretty much
tastes like shit.
Garrett, you're up.
Oh,
Not wrong.
crap. Okay.
There it is, the joke. It would take me a minute.
I will charge this creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. One thing for flavor text. As soon as you get pulled into the creature,
What is the flavor of the jello?
the sound around you of
Little ass.
clattering stone and footsteps seems to dissipate, and on the inside is replaced with what sounds like voices.
Oh God.
Ethereal voices, several of them, all yelling different things at once.
It's a philosopher's stone.
Some screaming, some using to themselves. At least 10 or so voices inside, or different voices, all just yelling out different
It's
things.
like a normal family dinner.
Right. Garrett, I'm sorry, it's your turn.
I mean,
That's fine.
More food
I'm
puns.
gonna try to attack him.
Okay. Roll your attack against it, and then roll an attack against Leon with disadvantage.
That's what I figured. So I have advantage because Tyrus is on the other side.
Correct.
So is it a straight roll against him, or is it still disadvantage?
No, it would still be at disadvantage against him.
So with advantage on the
yeah,
first
but as you say,
one.
he's not trying to hit him. I would
No.
hope so.
That
At least.
one
Actually, I don't even
is-
know what the fucking guy does.
It is a 19 on my good one,
Okay.
and then with disadvantage is an 11.
11. Okay, so 11 does not hit you.
7 out of
19 hits the creature.
Excellent.
Nice. PP.
Oh, this is your standard longsword?
Yeah, this is the hack blade now.
Oh,
I'm
you...
taking it back out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna bleed.
No, you missed me.
Oh, never mind. You're not gonna bleed.
Ooh, that's good.
Nice.
That is 11 slashing
Hell
and 4
yeah.
radiant.
Nice.
Dean Abacus.
Really indispensable. Scroll.
I always thought it'd be
The
funny.
creature
D&D
recoils
math on an
on the
abacus.
inside as you notice a
gonna
blade
do it.
just kind of pass through the thing, right near you. And you hear the voices inside. Why are they attacking us? I'm scared. What's going on? You hear all these different voices.
Me too.
Shut up.
All right, everybody calm down.
Is Raucus aware of what happened to Leon?
Raucus saw Leon was there and now does not see Leon.
He's not transparent at all?
Then he really wouldn't know.
The creature, so it's like transparent to a degree.
Oh.
The very inside is like a dark red. It's hard to see.
Oh, okay. I was thinking you could see Leon through him. Okay. That makes more sense then.
Damn.
Yeah.
Alright.
It looks very similar to this, where like the top
Yeah,
layers
yeah.
are translucent, but
crazy.
underneath is
I
darker.
gotta go
It's
this
hard
thing
to
is
see. It's like cloudy.
Yeah.
So we're already
With chance
enraged.
meatballs.
And
Okay.
now I got a frenzy going, so I'm gonna attack recklessly.
Okay.
So we had 3 attacks.
You get 3 attacks, all with advantage, and then 3 attacks with disadvantage against Mr. Leon here.
Alright.
So do your 3 advantage attacks first.
Crit.
Crit. Okay.
Good time to do that.
19.
Hits.
Almost crit. It would have been, it's a crit later for him.
And then 13.
That one misses. So 2 hits, one of those being a crit.
So
Roll damage for the crit first. All dice are doubled.
Oh, God. So it's 5, 6, 7, 14.
Plus your modifier.
Plus strength, right?
14 plus 5, so 19.
19. Okay.
Your strength is 5?
No, strength is 3. Proficiency with the weapon.
Oh, you don't get proficiency.
Proficiency
Yeah.
doesn't get added to the weapon damage, only to the attack.
Yeah.
So if your strength is plus 3, you get plus 3.
So, sure, plus 3.
So
Whatever you tell me,
17.
plus 3.
This is the dice I rolled. You tell me what happens.
This is
17.
your world. We're just living.
A
in,
good strike.
literally.
A good strike.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll the next damage.
I was not told there'd be math in this game.
7, 12,
Nice.
and then plus 3, so 15.
Gotcha.
As much damage as that.
Oh, I have a cool line.
You splatter
Oh.
some of the goo off this thing. It flies to the side, off to the ground. It's looking pretty roughshod. And now that you actually have some of the goo off, you do see the outline of Leon. You're not sure if any of your strikes
I'm gonna roll
landed.
Don't have to roll.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say now, yeah. So see if any of those strikes wound up hitting Leon.
So disadvantage, the first one is a 14.
Yeah, good.
This couldn't have happened to a better person, to be honest.
Seriously. All right.
When you do hit,
Scratch my back.
And 17.
Miss.
his armor's good.
Yeah,
Plate
no,
armor.
he's
Plate
good.
armor.
That's
As someone who wore plate armor last campaign, it's good shit.
It's amazing.
All right,
Plus the
so
shield.
Good shit.
you can actually now, you start to see like little gaps of light starting to come in. Erika's up. I'm gonna say Erika's out of spells.
Sure.
So he's gonna
We all agree.
he's gonna move
Can't trip
forward.
Is he no longer frightened because the thing is down? Or?
Correct.
Okay.
Surprised even using him.
All right, that's all he can do.
Doesn't he get extra long movement?
No.
No,
No,
he had
that's
30
amazing.
feet.
He's tired. Couldn't make it.
That's him and him.
Oh, sorry.
Alright. Alright.
Speaking of which, Xanier.
The
Attack.
dice hate you today.
Hey! What kind of save is it?
Reverse is
Oh, that's right. It's the save. I thought you were
Oh,
asking wisdom.
wisdom. You're good.
Yeah. Cool.
I told you.
Yeah!
Ah,
I'd forgotten he was here.
Thank you.
yeah.
I didn't hear the explosion.
That's the end of your
from
turn.
so.
When in doubt, just pull out Vox Machina.
Phelan,
Always
you're up.
works.
Can we use that 3
Alright,
times?
I'm up.
Seriously.
I'm gonna scooch. Can
Like,
I
you
fit
do
there?
that bad.
You can fit there, but it would be difficult to get an attack on the creature
Uh-huh.
because it's a raised wall here and there's an ally here.
Yeah.
So you'd be like reaching in between them to try and strike it.
How high can I jump?
Not very.
Probably not
Can't
5.
jump up that high.
You could use
Darn.
10 feet of speed to climb the side. So you could essentially do 5, 10, 15 and be there.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll do that.
Little
Hey guys,
person problem.
you guys see me up there? Did they see me? I climbed that wall. Fuck you, wall. Okay.
Fuck you all.
Whoa, you cursed! Your mom's watching. You can't do that.
The wall's a bitch.
Okay.
Leave the mothers out of
Now
this.
I like to swipe.
Swipe. Okay.
Flame blade.
Attack on the creature.
Salty.
No, with advantage because Raucus is threatening it from the front, and then
That's very
with disadvantage on him.
Okay. Sorry, Leon. So advantage.
Yes.
That's rude. I
16,
don't support that.
22.
That'll hit.
I don't.
Sweet. And then roll again to see if I hit it.
Right, with
Say it.
disadvantage.
I'm just laying on the ground there. Stone.
3.
Yeah, no, that's not
Yeah,
gonna
so
hit.
good.
So go ahead and roll your 3d6 fire damage.
Let's get him.
How do you want to do this?
9, 10. Damage.
10 fire.
Tell me how you kill the Obelix.
Hey!
The Obelix.
Blessings.
Never heard of that one.
It's brand new.
Oh, okay.
It's
Mordenkainen's
disgusting.
tome.
It's disgusting.
That was
Okay.
a gelatin cube.
It pretty much is.
I'm not as creative as I want to be. I'm sleeping, guys.
That's okay.
Kids, go to bed early.
Here,
Kids,
have
do whatever you want, just obey parents.
Shoot.
Treats out of
Bro, I want it to explode. Like
You want it to
jello
explode?
everywhere.
Okay. So essentially, you come up from behind it, and you can see now Leon is almost like out from the back area of the creature. Like it's almost like he's being pushed out of its back if it
you're
were to
being
have
shit
one.
out.
So you kind of just jump over the front of it. Raucus, you see Phelan jumping over the top of this creature, and as she comes down, she sticks her green flame blade in the front of the creature and just runs it down the front of it.
Nice.
As it just goes, splatters out to the side.
Bro, you make me sound like the coolest.
Yes. Yes.
Leon is now here.
I hate you guys
Upon,
now.
upon falling out, can I say one thing?
Yes.
The fool. Nasira's light always shines brightest from within.
So you're gonna say dessert is now served.
To be fair,
That would have been better. That would have been better.
Wait, what?
Dessert is now served.
Damn it! I strayed from the food puns.
The goop or viscous fluid seems to scatter across the floor. A collection of bones, mostly dissolved, actually,
Ew.
sort of
that
just
happening.
clatter to the ground. Yeah, that was going to happen on your
Yeah, it hurt
turn.
a lot.
Some of them, like the skull, you'll notice now, the skull is sort of somewhat eroded with holes in the top of it, and it seems to have just been sort of decaying over time. You look around, there does not appear to be any more immediate threats in the room. The glowing symbol on the floor vanishes.
Can I jump up on the platform?
You can. You jump up onto the platform. Okay. And the first thing you notice when you get up here is that this room seems to have been prepared for some time. There is, in between this bookcase right here, there's a ladder that seems to lead up along the wall of the cave. Otherwise, everything else, there appear to be an assortment of books here, mostly based on the arcane, different... it appears to be research notes almost. You take one off the shelf and you start flipping through. Mostly the stuff in here, it appears to be written from the perspective of a man who was studying this sort of viscous black fluid that he found beneath his library. And how these strange creatures were starting to form, and he was examining them. But that's the last entry in what appears to be this research journal.
And I look at the author. Is it Eddie Brock?
It is not.
Do any of these books seem valuable?
Make an investigation check.
Sure.
Raucus, you wanted to do something?
Is this guy still a pile of bones?
Yeah.
Alright, so Raucus is gonna end the duration of his rage, taking it out on those bones.
Okay. You guys watch Raucus enthusiastically create bone meal.
I like it.
Nice.
He's just shattering bones on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Xander, you can stand up.
Oh no,
Eight
I'm
investigation.
no.
No, you're just laying down.
Laying in a pit of despair.
Not.
Oh,
we're
no,
not
the
even-
No,
camera.
it's battle cam's gone.
Yeah, get fucked.
Not really much that you can.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, you don't need battle. This battle's over.
Not really much that you can
No, I'm
discern.
laying on the ground. I'm
Not really much that you can discern. not anything particularly valuable. You look through, you find some various spell components, like a jar of sand, something that looks to be a twig, but the ends are scorched and burnt, almost like it was struck by lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Different knickknacks and baubles, but nothing really valuable.
I'm gonna take all the spell components and just put them kind of on the edge so that everyone else can look at them. I'm gonna take whatever the most nicest looking book is, and I'm gonna pocket that or put it in my bag.
Okay. From your investigation check, you seem to have found what looks to be a spell book of some kind. You're not really sure.
That's fine.
You'd have to get it examined.
Yeah, as long as it seems valuable, that's all I need.
Okay.
Now, after wallowing my self-pity on the ground, I'd like to stand up and then go over to the bookshelves and see if there's anything about guns or anything. Like
Okay.
making, smithing.
You can head over there and make an investigation check when you get over. Anybody else?
What the heck?
I would like to take out the Book of Bestow and try to. I'm going to do my best to replicate the symbol I see on the ground and kind of take note of it.
Make a performance check to see how well you can draw the picture in your book. Because you're not really familiar with arcane glyphs.
Gotcha.
I rolled a 13.
13 for investigation?
Yeah.
Nothing you can find on guns.
Okay.
There are books that are appendixes of magical creatures.
Okay.
There are a couple of books on the study of what's called the Black Death, which you're familiar with. It was a disease which ravaged Hyleria about 15 years ago.
Yep.
There are a couple different books on necromancy and the raising of the dead, which is, from what you can assume, where someone would learn the knowledge of how to summon a bone golem. But nothing on weaponry, nothing on guns.
Before I get yelled at, I have notes in my phone for my character. That's why I was on my phone. I apologize.
I rolled a 25 in my performance.
Arik yells out, "Dagger!" I don't know why he texted that. Yeah. What'd you say?
I rolled a 25 in my performance.
Oh, you accurately...
Did that do good?
Yes.
Cool.
You accurately recreate the symbol fairly well to a T. And you can show it to somebody if you'd like, but you have an accurate recreation of the glyph spell.
Actually, yeah. Sorry. Actually, no, you go.
No. It's part of your turn. Keep going.
Sorry. I'd like to go around. Does anyone know what this symbol means? Does it mean anything to anyone?
Does it ring a bell?
I feel like I
Of
might know what it
arcane.
means.
Arc-
Let me take a look at it.
Arcana
Oh,
check, Arcana check.
I make sure to show you my picture.
Okay.
Nice.
Drink nice water. Oh yeah, chill eyes with it.
Sorry. I got a
Chill.
unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20?
Yeah, like
Okay.
17 plus.
Gotcha.
16.
16. With a 16, you get about what Phelan got earlier, that this is a spell to do with animation. This, now with a 20, now that you can see the full rune, this is a symbol used in necromancy for the summoning of a creature. You can use different kinds of components in order to summon. So if you were to use enough rocks, it would summon a stone golem. If you were to use clay golem. It's essentially taking materials and making a sentient force out of them. In this case, it was bone.
Do you say that?
Yeah, I do that.
Wait, what was that?
Disgusting. Unnatural,
Like a
that's
hiss.
what it is.
Hold on one
It's
second.
a necromancy spell.
It's a what?
Necromancy spell used to summon some sort of creature.
Summon necromancy.
With that, Leon immediately turns around
Destroy it.
and starts destroying it as thoroughly as he possibly can.
Okay. Okay.
I love it.
Xanier, I saw you raising your hand. What's
Yes. You said there was a ladder over here?
Yes.
Do I notice that?
Now that you've gotten close enough to inspect the books, yes.
So, you guys want to see where the ladder goes? Maybe the person who did this is up there and we can, like, bring him to justice?
I think that what did it was that thing.
Whatever this monstrosity is.
but I don't know. I suppose if you'd like to go up and check it out.
Doesn't hurt to look. There could be more behind the riddle that we don't know about.
You're more than welcome to go up and look. I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna climb that.
Okay. You climb the ladder. Takes you a minute. It's not a long climb, but it's climb. You're also carrying your gun, and it's kind of a narrow tunnel that's down here. You get to the top. The light kind of fades away, and finally you put your hand up, and you feel like what feels wood. You push against it. Make a strength check.
I'm not dog shit.
Athletics. I'm sorry, athletics.
Ooh! Oh wait, no. It's
Still the same thing.
Yeah.
Leon is beating up the symbol in the ground.
Yeah. If you'd like to join him, you're more than
gonna say
welcome
you're
to.
gonna
You've
join
made
him.
short work of the bones.
Yeah, so Raucus is gonna be like, Shield, what are you doing?
Destroying this monstrosity.
And I just start swinging around.
Yeah.
Between the two of your combined efforts, it does not take long to shatter the stonework.
God. Yeah, I can't open the door. It's a 6.
6, you push against it. It's got a little bit of a give. It doesn't feel like there's something super heavy on there, but you just can't get the leverage right now with the awkward space in the tunnel. You can't really get to like push up on it.
I'm having a bad day. Can someone open this for me?
You would have to climb down.
No, I'm on my way down.
I literally can't help you.
Between the two of you, you make short work of the destroying the symbol. Among the scattered pile of bones and dust, as you are destroying it, Raucus, there are some valuables. I don't know if you would pay attention to them, but like they seem to be like maybe they were hung up on like a rib or something like that broke off. They appeared to be accumulated in the pile of bones from earlier, and were just sort of hanging off the creature.
I would assume that those are like the jewelry of the people who's been murdered. So I'm not gonna get just
Fair enough. Just letting you know what you found. You guys are taking your time. You hear Xanier come down the ladder asking for some help opening up a door.
I'll give him a hand.
Thank you.
I just look at you two.
It's been a most dissatisfying day.
It's always tomorrow.
We can only hope.
As I look at Raucus and Leon, I was like, well done, gentlemen. Making quick work of that.
At this point, Varys, the
And then
lights
I
go out.
fall flat on my face.
Can someone else help me?
So
You guys,
I'll help.
you guys all notice.
Wait,
You guys all
this is
notice
me.
Garrett just drop.
So is this
The
gonna happen often? Or?
shadows of the wings curl back. Oh yeah, the wings have been long gone, right? But the blue flame disappears from his eyes as he lays on the ground,
Just
seemingly
like-
lifeless.
He just falls lifeless right in front of Raucus.
Yeah.
So Raucus is gonna try and pick him up. Blue Eyes, you alright?
Nice.
Oh, where's that thing that
Blue
was
eyes
on my
like
face? Huh?
Damn it.
Where's that thing that was on my face? Huh? What happened?
Oh, happy Garrett's back.
Oh, that hurt like a son of a bitch.
You were a different person.
What? Oh, y'all mentioned something about that last time too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Varys. I'm asking. Varys?
Y'all met Varys.
Yeah.
Are we safe? Are we good?
Is he like your brother or something?
No. Where the hell are? I'm gonna start standing up. Very.
You collect. Varys
Oh.
takes a moment to collect himself.
Garrett?
Garrett, I'm sorry. Garrett takes a moment to collect himself. You are at 1 HP right
Yeah.
Fair.
I make some
Garrus.
good berries. And
Oh.
good berry? Good berries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine?
Here, take a good berry. Take 2.
Oh.
Yes, please. I haven't eaten breakfast.
What?
grab
One
one
will fill
thing.
you up and help you get
I'm
back
just gonna
some
point
energy.
down to the goop.
One
What
HP,
in the?
right?
1 HP each.
What is that? Where's this? What?
I don't know. I spent the last hour
What,
staring at the floor.
what or who is Varys?
Complicated.
Alright, what were you saying, Zach? We gotta get a hatch open. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, there's a ladder that goes up. I wanted to check it out, but I'm having a day. I can't open shit.
I'm just gonna lean on the
I'm
wall
having
for
a day.
second. Just like take a breather.
So he makes motion towards the Xanier makes motion towards the ladder that leads up
Ruckus is gonna make his way over there.
The paralysis made me stiff. I can't open things.
That's a fair point.
Easy enough. You get up the ladder. When you get to the top, make an athletics check to open the
He just
trap.
punches it and the door explodes. Yep.
21.
With fingertips, just opens. There wasn't anything holding it down.
There's a piece of paper.
You see one little feather fall off the top.
You startled a cat that was napping on that spot.
I just want to get this clear.
Eric goes.
I want to just get this clear. You fell down and then couldn't open the door.
It's not been a good day. Please.
I didn't have to say anything else.
You pop your head above the latch and take a look around. You appear to be in a long closed sort of book depository. Appears to be some sort of miniature library or something like that. Not a full library. It's not as big and vast. There's definitely not as much. It's a bookstore.
What do you see?
What are you buying?
Uh,
Who am I?
looks like a library to me.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I would call little one. It's a library above us.
I'll go check it out. Maybe there's something I can use up there.
Why are we under a library?
Why do your eyes turn blue?
This would be the most prominent question.
I just listen intently.
Deflection?
I'll explain when we're out of this shit place.
Deflection.
I'm coming up. I'm gonna check out this bookshelf area first.
I
if
climb the
that's
ladder
okay.
up there.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
I'm just gonna,
And then I'm gonna move my head up there. Jeez, that's not good. It's
I'll just shake it off.
8?
Yeah.
Not much that you can really find.
Okay.
Appears to be a standard bookcase. There's different books on there, but nothing that would appear to interest you. Nothing out of the ordinary that you couldn't find at your standard library.
Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna follow Raucus up the ladder and then go up and
Raucus,
look
you're
there.
exiting out of the top.
Yeah, I'll go through first, then Xander.
Yeah.
I'll follow you in a minute.
So
I was gonna say I stand in front of the ladder before he tries to go
Did
up.
you say use or use?
Use.
Use?
everybody who wants to
use.
go up now, you make it up to the top. As you step in, as I said, this appears to be a long since closed library or bookstore. The windows are caked in a bit of dust, and as you go over and look out them, you actually see a familiar sight. This is the town of Alfendale. This is the abandoned bookstore that was
shit.
above town. You can actually see a little bit down the street. You see Vander waiting patiently by the cart, sort of like looking around. Every couple of seconds or so, he goes over. He like looks down the well. He's like, "Where are they?" I don't know. And he goes back over, waits by the cart. But yeah, this appears to be, you know, where you guys were. This trap door opened up in like a back sort of storeroom, and as you exit like to the front of the bookshop, you can see there's books on each shelf, caked in dust a little bit, kind of in disrepair, but here.
Can I ask Raucus to help me look for any books on Dariel or Ahsoka or The Fall or Champions or anything like that?
You may certainly do that.
That was so many different things. But I will try my best.
Alright, so both of you, well, if
Two options, please.
if he's helping you, then he would just give you advantage on an investigation check.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll an investigation check with advantage.
Yup.
By the way, awesome job tonight.
The advantage is strong.
And trying to think if anybody else really stood out. I saw it eating at you, attacking the kid. That's eating, yeah.
But it wasn't really a kid.
I have this inspiration die. Can I roll it now if I wanted to like really know if, like what's
Absolutely, you can replace your lower roll, or no, you have advantage, so you can, you can replace your lower or higher roll with that one, whichever your choice.
It happens, man.
What would make sense? Like,
Well, the higher one.
Doesn't matter.
well, actually, it doesn't matter because just roll it and whichever one is
No,
higher
replace
is.
the lower one just in case the inspiration die is lower.
Whichever one ends up
okay.
being the higher one. So if you replace the lower one, then that's best, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have to use this roll?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
at
you
a
have
certain
to.
Then it
point.
doesn't matter which one you're.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
You do have a much higher chance of rolling higher on that one. You have a 66% chance.
Jeez,
It's at
Louise,
30.
math.
Thought you could do math.
Okay.
Huh?
But I have to
It's
take
like
I didn't say I
whatever
couldn't
it
do
is.
math, so like,
Yep.
I'm really good at fast math too.
Quick maths.
God
Everyone,
Really
I'm
behind
so
the eight ball,
sorry.
right?
Everyone's stealing your thunder tonight.
I think I'll start
Thunder.
with the 14, I guess.
14? Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Thunder.
You see a couple books on prayer. There's a book that tells the story of the founding of the capital of Everseed. There's a story. There's a couple like fabled books, essentially like god tales of stories of old about like different feats that each god has accomplished in their lifespan, and but nothing. What exactly are you looking for? Like just information? Okay. I mean, there's a couple different books here and there, but that would be more religious texts. Those you would find more at like a shrine to Andariel or a larger temple of worship. The one in Everseed did have some books there, but it wasn't. You weren't really focused on that because
Right.
you were focused on other things.
Okay. I'll take one book on the story, I guess.
Yeah, sure. You take Fables and Legends of the Gods.
Yeah. Okay.
Is the title of the book.
Thanks, Alice, for your help. Good there?
So you guys are doing that. Xavier, what's well, hold on one second.
Yeah.
Dyrus said he wanted
Oh, that's
to
fine.
intercept.
Yeah, I'm just standing in front of the ladder when he attempts to go up.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna catch myself on a breather and use my last 5 points of lay on hands and kind of, and then hop, skip, and a jump and get intercepted.
Triangle. Yes.
I just kind of like hold my hand up.
What's up? Ugh.
We're not going to say later anymore. You've delayed this enough. Varus has delayed this enough. We need to know what's going on. I can't fight to my best unless I know what my team is doing. And I have no idea what you're doing. You are clearly capable. Varus is clearly capable. But I have no idea what is going on, and I'm not going to go any further until I do.
No further in what regard? I mean,
Explain now. Stop with the questions. Make with the answers.
all right. Well, let's.
I assume Leon is with me also.
I'm actually not.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
I
never
am.
mind.
I don't want to take anyone's time, but I'm casually burning any necromancy books I see in the bookshelf.
My man.
Oh, all
I
right.
am not stopping him at all.
I like it.
No, no.
I support it.
As you're going through, make an investigation check.
Burn a Playboy.
Play elf.
Where is it? 7.
7. Because you're taking books off the shelves, this actually becomes a very easy DC.
Oh.
One of the books you remove, clink. You hear a click, and a shelf just
Just when
opens
I was
up.
about to get an answer.
So about that weird.
That's what I kind of.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Nothing happens except for a shelf on the bottom, and sort of drops down, and you can see there was actually a secret shelf. In the secret shelf, there is what looks to be a leather-bound diary and a bag about yay big.
I will look through that really quick.
Okay.
Check that out.
The journal.
What are you hiding from us, man?
The journal appears to be some sort of diary that has been kept. It is from a young wizard who owned a bookstop in Alfendale. He made this room down here essentially to train because the well had dried up. And he found this black ooze, this gunk, that was sort of seeping through the cave walls, and all of these little creatures started forming around it, spawning from the ooze, and he was going to study them, and that's the last journal entry that you see.
I'll hold on to that one.
Okay.
What's in the bag, I guess?
In the bag, a couple hundred gold pieces.
Hell yeah. Too rich, though.
I'll hold on to that until they're done talking, and then continue burning books
Okay.
that are necromancy related.
Alright.
So back to your
So
conversation.
let's restart that.
We'll just continue. So
Yeah,
it's
I don't
easy.
remember what it was. Sorry.
Just
Essentially,
for clarity,
you just start
answering.
talking. Is
Start taking
what he
answers.
said.
Yes.
Alright, well, I mean, let's make it. You can believe me or not. No, I'm not trying to hide anything from you.
Well,
But I'm not.
okay.
But Varys is clearly, he's in here. He's real, obviously. We've all gathered that one. As to so far exactly what's going on, I'd love to tell you. He'd love to tell you. But we, honest to the gods, have no damn idea.
Can he hear us right now?
And you see me just free, like, stare off lightly. Yeah. This, like I said, it's really complicated. I was normal, fine, dandy, sitting in my little hometown up until about 4 months ago. And I just woke up one morning with a voice in my head that I didn't recognize. Shut up.
And the wings?
Again, just honest to gods. I don't even remember. The last thing I remember was getting my face sucked on.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Who do you worship?
I don't personally worship nobody, but I mean,
Make a
consensus
wisdom.
usually-
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Make a wisdom
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Crit?
No.
14.
14. You, as Garrett, go to say, "I don't particularly worship anyone." The words that come out of your mouth is Nasira,
There you go.
I knew you was a smart man.
and you hear that. You notice it.
Does it sound like a different voice?
No, it sounds like Garrett's voice.
Okay. Gotcha.
I just take it as it is.
Is there like a little flare of blue in his eyes or anything to indicate that it wasn't him saying
Make a
it?
perception check.
Ooh.
Do it.
Natural 16,
Do it,
20.
dog.
Natural 20.
For a
24?
moment, a brief moment, his irises turn blue until the words fade.
I flinch like just a real quick, just like I'm ready to punch for a second. Then I
You literally just see
lower.
me go, oh,
Good Barry.
maybe.
Interesting. Maybe we'll find out more if we get to the temple in Southdown.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Could you do me a favor? If there's anything else that you find out or learn, would you mind telling me?
So why not?
And not just me, of course, but me in the
Listen, I
royal
understand.
sense.
I understand you want to feel comfortable traveling. Trust me. I know you don't feel comfortable
So
with
you heard me as well?
plenty of people.
You heard me when I was speaking with the other one.
No, you've just been saying it a lot this entire trip.
So you don't hear it when that one is in control then?
I would appear so. How much time has passed between the face-sucking thing
A
and
little less than an
now?
hour?
About 45 minutes.
So since the end of the fight when he collapsed was it like 30 or
Around 30 minutes or so, yeah.
yeah, about 30 minutes or so?
All right.
Can't hard to tell without light in here, but
Yeah, it's
if
It's
I
a
had
hard
to
blank.
if I had to estimate,
a hard blank.
doesn't seem like a fair trade to me, but again, maybe we'll learn more.
I hope I've eased your mind at least. I mean,
The fact that you are at least more forthcoming now is a little bit more ease on my mind.
yeah, I mean, like I said, it's only been a couple months, but it's definitely learned more so of the one asking the questions, not the one answering the questions.
Doesn't seem fair to me that you're the host of this, and you're not allowed to receive any answers.
No, I just mean in general to people. You're
Still-
fine. I mean, he doesn't. Like I said, I don't. This is all new to me. I was killing rats up until 4 months ago.
All right, well, we'll revisit this when we have more information. How about
No follow-up for killing rats?
that? Well, everyone's got a rat stick. I understand. I had to kill rats at some point in my life. I get it. Leon, what do you want to do with the rest of this stuff?
I want to burn it on the ground.
I think that's a pretty good idea, actually. Would you guys mind helping me pushing these bookcases down to the ground?
Let's do it.
Victory fire.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
big
push them
fire.
on top of each other and let him burn it.
Easily enough, you guys managed to do so.
I take the smallest one.
You see the fire start to catch as you ascend your way up the ladder. Smoke starts to rise into the tunnels. You guys reach the rest of your allies at the top of the ladder. Xanier, you're up there already, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and what did you want to do?
I just wanted to look for more books, if anything, on gunsmithing or guns in general.
Okay, make an investigation check.
No, I'm sure this one,
Super
because
weird.
everything else has failed me tonight. And so has that. At least it's a 7.
Almost a 1 though.
No.
7 times better than what you've been rolling.
It's an 8.
An 8?
8.
The only real thing you can find on guns, they're relatively new technology, meaning
Yeah.
within the past 40 years or so, they've become a bit more prominent. So there's not a whole lot on gunsmithing, but there is the art of gunsmithing. It's a book that talks about the different types of metals used to make firearms and modifications. It talks about how where black powder is found and created, which gives you that ability to use your create bullets. So there's a little bit of information there.
I'd like to keep the book, though.
Fair enough. It's a closed bookshop. Nobody's stopping you.
I don't think we need to check out these books. You can just kind of take them.
I'm sorry, what was the name of that? The Art of Firearms, you said?
The art of gunsmithing. So, all in all, if you guys want to mark this down from your journey down into the tunnels, you received 2 adventurers' kits,
Well, Jen has that.
right?
That stuff.
2 daggers,
Yep.
a long bow. Leon, you found a diary and a total of 437 gold pieces.
And some.
I have no rats. I'm already in.
And as we're kind of sitting around the fire, Leon says, I stumbled upon some good fortune. And I hold out the gold.
Oh, sorry, real quick. In the bookstore, I'm just going to do a once pass through and see if there's any books that seem like they're in really good condition or, like, seem valuable.
Investigation check.
Just retroactively before he does all that. Investigation, that would be an 18 total.
Nice.
18.
Yeah.
Anything like new or particularly valuable is what you're looking for?
The most valuable looking book, so like the best condition, or like something that indicates that it would be worth more, like gold inlay or something like that. I don't know how old this bookstore is or anything.
Behind the counter, out on the floor is normal stuff, but behind the counter you do find a gold-laced novel, a compendium named The History of Hyleria. And this, you notice, is a first edition printing.
Oh, good God.
So, in the right hands, this could fetch quite a lot of money. There's probably a reason they kept it behind the counter rather than on the shelves with the rest of the novels.
Okay, great.
It was a wall book.
It was a wall book, yeah.
And then the other one I found was just somebody's basically like diary also, but like not the same one that he found. The older one from downstairs. that I took.
Do you take time to go through that?
I'm not reading through it. It's
Okay.
just the first one that I read through barely, and then whichever one I took, so I don't know what to title that, so I haven't written down.
The first one you took off the bookshelf?
Yeah.
Oh,
from
downstairs.
From downstairs, yeah.
Not really a whole lot. I mean, those are the only 2 things you have, and,
Okay.
and
So
the one from downstairs doesn't seem very valuable.
I'm still going to take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
So I'm just going to call it diary.
Okay.
Alright, and then, sorry, go ahead.
I just offered to split the golds amongst the group.
Okay, that seems reasonable.
Works for me.
437 gold pieces split
We
amongst the
all
group.
did our fair share.
Yep.
Someone took the. Ari took the 2 daggers, right?
No.
Yeah.
Or he took.
Oh, he did? I
Yeah,
thought
he
he said
did.
no. Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's not using them. He's holding them.
He's
Oh,
in the
okay,
back.
okay,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
was holding them because it was difficult for the gnome to hold
Yes.
everything.
Dagger?
Oh, if no one else wants the bow, I'll take that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm tall enough to use it right for a while.
It would be a bit of a stretch.
Shit.
It'd be
Oh
a bit
my
of a stretch.
God.
You could like stick it into the ground and then pull it back and
Yeah.
fire. It would be more like a ballista.
Ooh, you could launch yourself
You
out
would
of
need
the bow.
you would need more. You would need more of a short bow, which you can get at the
Yeah.
weapons shop in town.
That would be cool, though.
Alright,
Flame-
yeah, of course, this is way too big for me.
Thank you.
Unfortunately.
Did it come with any arrows or just one?
You can have inspiration.
It was near
Inspiration
one of
weapon.
the adventuring kits.
Oh, okay.
But if you wanna,
Jesus,
do you wanna look inside that?
Yeah.
If
we
she'll,
haven't looked
yeah.
in,
Sure.
Yeah.
So she hands over the adventuring pack. You open it up. There's a quiver of arrows inside, as well as an herbalism kit
Well,
that
I'll just take
appears
the
to be
quiver,
appears to be slightly used. Another bag with about 37 gold pieces, not really a whole bunch, and another
yeah.
diary.
Just jingle it up.
Can we be looking in this thing together in the
Yeah.
bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just jingle it up.
Everyone,
and
everyone
like
got 62 gold, by the way.
extra gold here. Okay. How many arrows in the quiver?
It appears to have. Hold on, I actually have this written down.
How
And how
was
much-
it
yeah.
So
originally?
we're
It was
started with
400,
30.
37.
There are only about 12 arrows in the quiver right
Fine.
now.
62 each, you said?
Last meet a day. Venturing's tough work, man.
He's not a study picture.
So how much are we getting?
62 gold each. And then, how much was in the other one? Sorry.
In the other one, there was 37 gold, a slightly used herbalism kit, a diary, and a quiver of arrows.
Can I open up the diary and look at it?
Sure. Do you want to take some time reading it?
Yeah, I'll take some time reading it. And then, shoot. Diaries?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I take this herbalism kit?
No, of course. It's more up your alley anyway.
Are you starting at the front or the back
Of the diary?
of the diary?
That's a good question. Usually I read like the last line of every book, so I'll probably do that
Okay.
personally.
Okay. You open it up. You're just reading the last paragraph.
Yeah, and then I go to the front.
I've done any book.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the first thing I do is
I read
All
the
is
last
well?
sentence.
Yeah.
The
Is
last
that Harry Potter? All is well?
the last sentence of the diary
That's good.
is dated from yesterday,
Oh, shit.
and it states,
I'm dead.
"And now we continue on our way to South Dawn."
Oh.
no way of knowing where they're going.
Hold on. You're right.
Wait. He's definitely right.
That could be anywhere. It could even be South Dawn.
You know how much we want to go there, right?
Yesterday?
We'll take the box.
Yes.
What's in the other adventure kit? Is there?
In the other adventuring kit, appears to be a set of carpenter's tools, another bag containing more gold. There are a few ration kits. The more gold totals to roughly around like 74-ish, and a few odd silver and copper.
So that's 111 total gold between the two bags that we can split also.
Should you find a diary
No diary or anything like that, just a few ration kits and some carpenter's tools, like some
Okay.
woodworking tools.
Okay. Are we like? I guess whatever everyone's doing, I'm gonna put my nose in this book, the diary,
Okay.
and try to find out what in the heck, how.
So you start reading the diary. You come under the impression that the woman who wrote this book was named Celine. She was a human archer. As it goes on throughout the book, you find out a little bit more about her story. Her parents were very brutal with her, and she moved to escape them at an early age. She wound up living in the forest for most of her life and becoming attuned to the area. She learned to hunt for herself. And then you read a little bit on further, and it talks about how her family came after her because she had taken some funds from them when she left. So she fled to Anjasir. And then you get a little bit further into the book towards the end, and it starts talking about how she is coming home and how she gets on a boat in Anjasir. And then the next page talks about how she met this group, how her ship came under attack from a large creature with tentacles, and how this group all banded together to make it through this awful cave filled with traps and treasures. Talks about finding the village of Everseed, and then it talks about leaving on a journey to South Dawn.
Might be anywhere.
Does the handwriting look familiar?
It could be
Are
anyone.
there any dates? That could be
Yeah,
anyone.
that date
Last
was
entry is
the last entry was from yesterday.
And they're living our lives.
But before us. But we don't know any of that. 'Cause she knows that. Everyone gets 16 additional gold from what we just found in there. Assuming you're okay with splitting it with everybody.
Mhm.
Okay.
No,
Unless
it's
you
all
want to just pocket
Say
it.
16, you said?
No,
Okay, okay.
no.
Just making sure.
Split it.
Wait, question. So, oh, I didn't read the book. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep that to myself for a little bit.
Are there any in the upper library? Are there any necromancy books up there?
No.
Okay.
Necromancy is a very frowned upon form of magic. Most
Damn
people
right.
who are necromancers are considered to be naturally evil. Necromancy by itself is a school of magic which the Order of the Rose Circlet does not verify. Or not verify,
Authorize.
authorize.
There you go.
So nobody really practices it. Having a book about necromancy in a shop like this would bring a lot of questions. So, to the best of your ability, you aren't able to find one.
Gotcha.
Well,
Well, we should, yeah.
I think our time here has been well spent.
I need to,
Get back to the tavern.
yeah, I want to check on Belgamy.
Yeah, check on everyone we left there.
She's at the cot.
Oh yeah,
just-
Vander.
Are we just considering this well and done? Or
Well,
should we inform anybody?
not-
I mean, we can
I'll make sure I inform the proper authorities when we get to South Dawn.
have them
As
send
well
the
as what
guard.
we
to
talked
come
I just
down
meant
our way.
somebody here just so
There are
they
town
know.
guards.
I
Worried
agree.
about it.
I'm just saying, whenever we.
We should let the town guard take care of it. I think as far as our involvement in this, I'm just going on a limb and saying I think we're done.
As you're having this conversation, you notice smoke starting to billow out from that trap door.
I close it.
That ought to do it.
I mean, it's stone. It'll burn out eventually.
Yeah.
There was the other half of the cave. I'm just pointing out.
Again, problems for the town guard. I think we've about exhausted
done a
our
fair share.
resources.
Still, once we get to South Dawn, I'm still gonna let the army know being I was here, and
Yeah.
if it comes back to bite us,
Just
I go
to
down.
just to put Leon's mind at ease, make an intelligence check.
Natural 16.
When you were coming down the cave, you saw through that hole that the cave, like as you were coming down the well, there was like the well, the crack, and then the bottom. You saw the cave, the crack at the top kind of went like this, so you can assume that kind of just led up to the crack.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
It
See,
was
I
not-
thought you said the opposite side, which is why I was suggesting going the other way
Yeah.
originally. That's why I misunderstood. Okay.
So you can assume that that area was very small. If
Okay.
there's anything in there, it should be easily taken care of by some town guard.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I think if anyone, unless anyone has any objections, I think get out of here, inform the town guard, let them deal with the situation that we've left down there.
yes.
Yeah. As long as we're telling the town guard.
Yeah, no, we're not. We gotta take care of it at least. You know, inform everyone at the tavern because we did send. What was her name? I forgot her name. The lady and her kid.
Oh, Clara and Horace.
Clara. Yeah. We have to put Clara's mind at ease too. Now that we know whatever's here has been taken care of, she can go back and rest easy.
She did say something was like living in her home.
Well, I think we killed whatever that was.
I wonder if that's changed.
I don't know who you're talking about. I'll go to the cart and make sure everything is all settled up and get ready to go.
Alright.
Meet us there.
Yep.
Or meet me there, I guess.
So I'll head
You
to
guys
the tavern.
disperse in your different directions.
I'm gonna actually, Vander, would you walk with me, actually, if you don't mind?
I'm not Vander. Who the fuck's me?
I'm sorry, Xander.
You Vander. Wow. You just beat a
Xander,
dick,
walk
bro.
with me to find Vander is what I
Pirate
meant to say.
man.
I'm sorry. I was thinking ahead. Xander, would you walk with me?
I mean, if you really want me to, yeah.
If you don't mind.
I don't.
So you guys
Killing
are
a
heading
member
towards
of
the cart.
military,
Go
You
ahead.
must not like being alive.
Andesir's very good extradition laws. I feel like we've got off on the wrong foot, you and I.
You could say that.
And I'll grant that most of it was my aggression. I'll concede that point.
I mean, I did shoot a guy. It happens.
Thank you for reminding me.
You know what, Grit?
Making this harder.
He's trying. He's trying.
Small steps.
Friendship.
Been over for 20 years.
What I'm
I
saying
do?
is that it's unfair of me to. It's unfair of me to hold you to a higher standard than I held Vander. I forgave Vander immediately, without even questioning his past, because he seemed to want to change. Right? And you seemed to accept that Vander wanted to change as well, and I agree he should face trial. But I feel like I'm not sure how to put it, but I feel like I put you in a bad light in my mind.
Soldier, it happens.
It's, well, just first impression was, an exploding head in front of my face, and, it was just off-putting. I've never seen that quite before, so, anyway, my point is, I apologize for my aggression, and I will try to do better, and I hope that in times of trouble or crisis or indecision, that we can maybe show you a different way. Maybe if there's another way instead of killing, maybe you'd consider that next time. That's all. It's
Not a complete monster.
I'm not saying you are, and I also wanted to apologize for. I know you mentioned your past, and I glossed over that pretty quickly, and I apologize for that. I don't pretend to know what you're going through. We all have our demons, and yours seem pretty heavy as well. So
20 years worth.
I'm barely older than that, so I'm only 27 myself, and as an elf, that's quite young. So
Yes.
I can't even imagine that amount of pain in your life already. But
Well, I do what I do to help people. That's why I originally enlisted, and to follow the family line, what was left of my family.
and I will do my best to try to understand better your perception of help. I understand that mine is a little bit more idealistic than yours, at least inherently, but that doesn't mean that yours does not have value as well. And I hold myself to a high standard of understanding people and trying to understand people, I should say. So, what do you say? We put it behind us for now?
Yes. I accept that.
Shut up.
Fuck that.
Put a tear in my eye, guys.
Friendship.
So you guys make your way back to the cart. Everything seems hunky dory. Vander's.
Dyrus, by the way. Not every shot's a headshot.
But that first one was.
That first one was like.
That first one was like totally.
It's more of me implying I'm good at what I do, so I can hit what I can hit.
I got it.
Yes, I know.
Raucous.
That was a nice one. I like that.
Raucous. I would like you actually. Hold on one second.
Nah, I'm good.
I need to see
How much
something.
rage you have left?
Did anyone else take any blueberries from me?
I did.
I took one.
Oh, you did.
I took 2. It was insisted upon, so I took
Yeah,
it.
that's
While I'm looking this up, you guys get back to the cart. Vander is there. He's very relieved to see you guys. Oh, thank God. So, is everything all right?
Seems to be.
I added early.
Yeah. It seems to be okay now. The rest of them are just in town. They should be out shortly. We should get ready to go though.
Cave has been purified.
What was down there?
A lot of
wait, you
bad
came
stuff.
with us?
Oh, you're with
Oh
them?
yeah, I was gonna go to Belgium immediately.
Oh. Then you overheard that conversation awkwardly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought you guys were alone.
I'm just
Yeah,
reading
so
the book
did I.
of Messina.
It doesn't matter,
Just
yeah.
like while we're walking.
But we should get ready to go though.
Was there any trouble?
Up here? No. It was. You guys were gone for only like hour and a half, but.
Felt like days.
For like a week.
It felt like it took like 2 sessions of doing something.
No, it
like
was
8
fine.
hours,
Everyone's all right. He opens up the door. Belgamine's in there waving.
So it's only like midday.
Yeah.
Like barely. Even.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Vanda.
Yes.
Leon puts his hand up like this. It means I can't thank you enough for protecting Belgamine. You're like, no.
What?
Come here.
Oh, you tap him up?
The bag.
That's one level above fist pound.
That's
You
our
reach level 2.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Yeah. Hey, boom.
Yes, I'm sorry. Raucous, you need
That's Gasmeech. That's level 2.
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. What did you do?
Motherfucker.
Oof! Crit. Doesn't matter what he did!
So,
You feel the effects.
hmm?
You don't know exactly what it is because you're
Withdrawal.
not trained in the arcane.
Hmm?
But you get the distinct sense that someone, somewhere very far away, just tried to look in on you.
You've been scryed on. Oh
Scry him right in the orbs.
Oh fuck!
You're not really familiar with this type of magic,
Oh boy.
but you do know that it is magic, what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that whatever they tried failed. You know they were intently trying to look at you from a distance. You know it takes a pretty powerful caster to do something like
Wait,
that.
even through the necklaces we got? How? Holy shit.
He's not scrying the person.
So I can feel that just happened. Basically, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I can feel him
We're all-
scrying.
In the air this afternoon. And we're all up by the card again, right?
Well,
I think
yeah,
you guys
well,
went
you.
to.
It depends. I don't know if you ever said, were you going to the tavern or were you going to the cart?
Oh, I guess the cart.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to the tavern.
the cart for once?
So,
What?
so you guys see Raucous kind of just stopping his tracks.
No road ales?
Go ahead. No, you're good.
I don't know. I probably would be going to the tavern. Were we going to the cart to leave?
So half of the group is going to the cart to meet with someone they had met with earlier, Clara and her.
No, not the
No,
cart.
it's a tavern.
The tavern
Yeah,
to
yeah.
meet with someone they had met with earlier, Clara and their son, her son Horace.
I'm going there.
Everybody else was going to the cart because after they have that meeting, they're coming back to the cart.
I
You
would
guys
be
will
going to see Clara because I was at her house. earlier.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So I would probably be going back there too.
Okay.
You, you're out there?
Oh, are you with us?
I'm with you guys, yeah.
You good? Feel a little woozy?
I don't know how to describe it.
Try your best.
It's like, are you familiar with witchcraft, little one?
Right? Yeah.
This is perfect.
Yeah,
With
I
her
know-
flame
I know a
beam.
bit of
I
the
think she's-
arcane.
Yeah.
This is good.
Somebody just tried to find me or see me. I don't know how to describe it.
Like scrying?
Yeah, I guess that
What we
sounds
call
right.
it when you try to look in on someone.
Is there magic that can do that? That's a thing.
What is described to look into someone?
Yeah, you can, well, would I know this from like reading?
Yeah,
from
so
druid stuff?
Scry essentially attempts, it can be focused on a person, place, or object. Anybody within that sphere has to make a wisdom saving throw in order to be seen, essentially. and depending on how familiar the person is, a person can either like succeed with a burst of willpower and refuse to be seen, or they can fail and be seen unbeknownst to them. You just had like a reflexive kick of instinct, and you were like, no, you've not experienced that kind of magic before, but what she describes as scrying seems to be what has happened.
What's happening? Okay.
Who we want to?
Is there a way you can trace who or find who's trying to scry?
Describe, like
Okay,
backwards.
Yeah.
Caller ID.
Describe.
I don't think so.
Shut up.
Star 69.
But do you think they were trying to?
Wow, that's a throwback. Holy
don't know
shit.
what that is.
All right, sorry. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, do you think they're trying to look in on you or look in on this place? Because I have a strange feeling about this place still that something's not right is going on.
I don't know. It felt like it was centered on me, but it definitely could be the place. So
Well-
you're not wrong.
Are you familiar with anyone who's inclined in the arcane to want to find you right away?
No. I'm not that I'm aware of, at least.
Alright, well, I mean, somebody knows you. Or you sold someone some sort of weapon they didn't like. I don't know.
Speaking of the arcane, can I like grab you guys and like pull them over to the side, like an alleyway or something?
Could you picture you're like pulling on us like you're okay?
So you
What do you
attempt to
want?
pull both of them, and it's kind of like that scene in Spider-Man where you're holding back the train.
Just
Nope.
come this way.
Okay, I'll
Use your words, little one.
Yeah.
Discreetly
Entangle.
back up.
No, not those bastards.
Discreetly back up.
What's up? I'm gonna get down on one knee. What's up?
I found this diary. of
Arika's
the
also with you.
adventurers.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Eric, come
Did you assume bird form?
I did.
Eric, come on down here.
Well, just one. The other one's broken.
Oh yeah.
I found this diary that is eerily like some of our tales, some of our stories, some of our lives. That the quiver and longbow that I found, they belong to a woman named Celine who left on Jazir, and she was a human archer. She was coming home. She gets on a boat, and her boat is destroyed by a creature much like the one that destroyed ours. She goes through Everseed, finds a group of other people, adventurers, and makes her way here. And I found her adventure pack in the cave below. Do you think that could just be happenstance?
Coincidence?
They're
Do
also on
I
the way to
think-
South Dawn.
It'd be one hell of a coincidence.
Do I think it's a coincidence that she had the exact same experience from the exact same locations? No, I don't think so.
Clearly, her tale didn't end as well as ours did.
Oh,
She didn't make it out of that cave by the sound of it.
said she was on her way to South Dawn.
I mean, so were we, but I mean, we got past that creature. If you found it down there, in a pile of bones, who's to say she wasn't part of that pile?
I think she was probably part of the pile. I'm just wondering if there's anything about this town more than meets the eye.
What was the
Eat
Transformers?
Damn it!
Optimus Prime, is that you?
I specifically didn't make the joke because we were having a moment and you two had to fuck it up.
It's okay.
I'm not even sorry about it.
Hey, this is our moment. We can mess it up.
That's true.
What shit was I gonna say?
Messed up.
Dolores
Oh,
and
what's the whose journal is it?
her name's Celine.
Do I recognize that?
No.
So
Doesn't
those
ring
were
a
really
bell at
bells
all.
for me, but
Maybe she just was, like I said, a misfortunate adventurer, but
a misfortunate adventurer that experienced the exact same things as us, though.
I mean, it can't be.
I don't like
coincidence.
this town.
I don't. I think we need to stop skipping and jump away as fast as possible.
I don't know.
do we go back to the tavern and check in on Horace and Clara?
I think just in case. I think
I think
I didn't get anything weird from them.
But guards up.
100%.
Okay?
We make it quick. We tell them everything's taken care of. They're safe.
Let's go on
They
with the
can go
muscle.
home. And we tell them to call the city guards and we're out of here. I think it's pretty easy.
So you guys come around the alleyway. You're right next to the tavern. You head in. Sitting at a table against the wall is Clara, and Horace across from him. Horace appears to be nursing chocolate milk, where Clara is good few cups in, and is seemingly distraught. She sees you. She sees you enter and kind of straightens up in her chair. So, what did you find out?
Oh, sorry, retroactively. I just wanted to have one more thing before we go on, so I know where to approach this one. What was the initial date in that diary? Did it have a date?
I didn't take note of it, but would I have?
The initial date. I mean, this journal appears to be somewhere around 7, 8 years old.
Okay, but the most recent date is yesterday's date.
And what's the date of them entering? Sorry, I just wanted to of them entering town.
It lines up with the date you entered Everseed.
That's fine. Okay. So yeah, back to that. Yeah. Well, we found something down there. We're not quite sure what kind of creature it was.
Creature?
The dead kind.
Yeah, but it's a lot deader now. Let me tell you that. It was.
I'm so confused. I'm
honestly,
sorry. Creatures don't wear work boots. They don't have adventurers' kits. They don't have men's tunics. I don't understand why. What creature did this?
It was very blobby. I'm not really. Maybe y'all come and fill in some of the gaps here.
Did the
It was a shapeshifter.
well wait? Did the adventurer have carpenter tools that stayed in your home?
There were no. There was just an adventurer's pack in there. It had a bedroll. It had ration kits. I've never been out on an adventure in my life. Maybe Horace bought it and didn't tell me, but I don't know. She sent Horace away while you were having this conversation, trying to protect him a little bit. Maybe Horace purchased it as getting a little antsy for his adventures, but I don't know.
I mean, like Roettger said, it must have been some sort of a shape-shifted individual. I don't know what its intentions were. If it was here to maybe lure y'all down there.
Oh my god! But I've never even seen it.
Maybe you did. You just didn't recognize it.
Can I insight on her?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like check to see if she's.
What's your insight?
Oh, right.
And you're checking to see if she's being truthful?
About
Okay.
like I think we've done this before. +6.
Honest is the day she was born.
Okay.
The fuck does that even mean?
No, I have no
He
idea.
was definitely born.
It's definitely
At a certain
happened.
point.
How about Horace?
Yeah, you were born.
Where did he go?
Horace is at the bar.
I think we should talk to your son.
Try not to scare him, please.
I'm not scared.
Horace! And Horace returns back from the bar. He's got a fresh chocolate milk. Yes, Mom?
Oh, hi, sweetie. What do you know about teacher? What do you know about the adventurers pack that was found in your mom's house?
I don't know anything about it. I thought it was hers.
That was hers?
If you'd like to insight again, let me know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would.
Really set it up now.
Being honest.
You okay with it?
Yeah.
Did you just figure it out?
No, I knew from last
Oh,
time.
okay.
I figured out last time. I just not there.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Wow, another one.
Look, you guys don't need to worry, alright? If anything comes from me or my mom, I'll protect her.
He's got bees on him.
The bees are
Have you ever left the town, Horace?
No?
Has your mom ever left the town?
And he looks over at her and back at you. Not that I can remember. I mean, maybe once or twice to head in and get supplies at a different town, but not for any extended period of time. She was never gone more than a day.
Okay, and what's the last group of travelers that you think have come through here?
Well, people come through every day from the Briarwood.
Okay. What about yesterday? Before we came here? Or other than us?
Yeah, did anyone else come through this town as of late?
Yesterday? No, not really. I mean, a couple people came through from the north, but they just passers-by. I don't even think they stopped at the tavern. I remember seeing the cart just moseying on past towards South Dawn. Appeared to be some guys like yourselves, guys and girls like yourselves, and adventurers, but they didn't even stop. They just kept on going.
Maybe they could have lost their bag on the way. They might have slipped out of the cart.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I think it's something. There's got to be something more to it.
I think all our answers are going to be north. Incorrect. That's where the direction South Dawn is.
No, South Dawn is south from you guys.
That's where we are.
Yes.
We have to cross the bridge first and then go south.
You've already crossed the bridge.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, you've already crossed it. The bridge is right outside of the Briarwood.
Yeah.
You guys crossed the bridge and
Oh,
started
gotcha.
on the southern road where
Gotcha.
Alfendale is, next to the river.
Gotcha.
And then you're going to continue down towards South
Yeah.
Dawn.
So we were coming from north to south.
Correct.
All our answers we're going to find as we go further south. I think we've exhausted our options here. Just, I think y'all can rest easy knowing that this is all taken care of. But definitely alert the town guard and direct them towards the library and the well.
Are you telling this to Clara?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah, tell the crazy girl to tell the guards where to go.
Thank you. I can't thank you all enough. I mean, you're sure that the danger's gone?
As sure as we can be. If you still don't feel comfortable, I don't reckon moving ain't such a bad option.
I'm starting to think so as well. Come on, Horace. She stands up and grabs his hand, takes one last long look at you guys. Thank you.
We keep her safe now.
To Horace?
Yeah.
I will. And he kind of shows his muscle. That's
Yeah.
a tiny little bump right here.
All right.
I don't trust him.
And they walk out.
So,
So do we think that the creature we just dispatched down there is the one that was tormenting them?
seems likely though. People living in houses, adventurers that came through with no one knows. There's a lot of missing pieces here.
Yeah, you guys should head back to the wagon.
I can't put it together. Maybe something will come later, but I mean, I don't know.
While we're at the wagon, I was writing my book. Just looking at
Maybe the
I
others
was
will know.
reading my book.
Yeah, let's not keep them waiting too long. Let's
Let's get back.
hit the road at least. We're gonna rejoin the
Before we
wagon.
hit the road, we're going to talk about this.
What?
2 of us.
Oh.
Is that what we're talking
One for the road.
You didn't even have
Two
to
for
say
the road.
anything. As you turn around to the bar, there's actually 2 waiting on there. The same barkeep from the other day sees you and just kind of gives you.
Make it a
You turn around two.
I nod.
Alright.
What's your one more thing?
Oh no.
One more.
Or are you waiting to say that at the wagon?
Say it at the wagon,
Okay.
but finish your else.
Doesn't take long.
I'll
One,
Wow.
two.
Done.
All right.
And he's like,
Rendezvous back at the wagon.
So you're gonna help point back.
there is an item that actually gives you hit points back based on
How much you
alcohol.
drank.
Really?
There is.
That's a powerful item.
I feel like you need
It only
that.
works
The
like
item.
once a day, but still, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so
Better.
you guys head back to the wagon. Actually, on your way back to the wagon,
There's a
as
big
you're running
fire.
past,
Stone flyers.
Yeah.
as you're walking past towards the wagon, you guys pass Clara's house. And one more time, Horace actually comes out and he goes, wait.
Fucking close.
And he comes over and he actually presents you with something. And it's clothed, but when you grab it from him, he says, here, you guys can probably use this better than I can.
It's a human head.
It's really cool, and he holds it out to you. And you take it, and you look at, open it up, and inside, as strange as this sounds,
It's a human
there
head.
appears to be an immeasurable amount of bees.
What?
You have just gotten a magical item.
The bees box.
Hold on.
Bees? Bees.
Bees?
That's not what I I expected the head more than the bees.
Switch the attack damage.
What's in the box? Bees?
Bees? Bees.
Bee
No,
drills?
that's only A,
What's
B.
in the box?
Oh,
Bee drills?
Wait.
A, B,
there's
C,
more.
D.
Here we go.
Now that's
Oh,
Back
wait,
up.
Multiple bees.
Now that is bees.
Several bees.
Now, I have it as a
Okay.
proven fact that it's Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
Roll for clarification.
You are now the
I don't know if
proud
it's spoiled if
owner.
it's
I'm going to
21
send
years
you the
later.
text file. I'll have a card ready for you next week.
Okay, so
But you are now the proud owner of Horace's Jar of Bees.
wow.
It is a magically crafted, medium-sized mason jar filled with a swarm of magical bees. Throwing this jar at any point within a 30-foot range creates a 5-foot radius area filled with poisonous bees. Enemies in the area must make Constitution saves, DC of 13, or become poisoned until the end of the next turn. The jar reforms upon speaking a set command word and takes 24 hours to refill itself with magical bees.
This is the best item ever.
We call this the
Why
Nicolas
the fuck
Cage.
did these people have bees in their house?
I'm a happy
We'll call that
mother
Plan B.
Oh my god.
Yes!
Get the fuck out!
Nice.
Get the fuck out!
today. Yes!
We'll see you next
He's
time.
leaving, dude.
Yes!
He never
I
planned on not leaving.
fucking love that.
I'll send you the item description.
Oh my god.
But
Okay.
he says,
yeah.
this was left over from one of the adventurers that came through town a long time ago. I was gonna keep it, but I really don't like bees.
Yeah,
And you seem like you like nature and stuff. So
I do. Thank
Nature
you.
and
Thank you, Horace.
I do like stuff.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
bees in particular.
Got some
Oh my
Some
god.
bees.
Take
You
care.
I will.
should transform into a bee and then talk to the bees.
I should transform into a bear.
Ruckus, you're not allergic to bees, are you?
That's so cute. It's like I
Excellent.
should transform into a bear.
Well, that was definitely the strangest magical item I've ever received.
And after that, he goes back and he goes to his training dummy and starts whacking the stick. And you guys meet up back at the car.
Question.
Yes.
In character, was I aware that those were false hydras?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
I think you made a.
I know it was brought up because someone figured it out. I just don't remember who.
Make a history check.
History?
You want me to roll for it?
May I-
Actually,
may
no,
I
you
as
know.
well?
Yeah, you both can.
What is it? History or no?
History.
Okay.
History.
Yeah, because it would definitely be a history.
Yep. 17 for me.
Nice.
15.
Nice.
15. Okay, both of you do recognize, at least from the description, these could be a couple different things, homunculi, but the most
And I saw
logical.
it pretty close up too.
The most well, no, that was not that creature.
Oh.
The false hydra was not that big globulous creature.
No.
Yeah.
I saw it because it was in the
Oh.
crack that I punched in the
Right.
nose.
Yeah.
You're pretty certain that those would be considered false hydras.
And him too, or
Yeah,
and
both.
are we aware of their effect?
To an extent.
Ish, yeah,
To an
okay.
extent. You are aware that a false hydra constantly gives off an aura of essentially forgetfulness
Nice.
that makes the person or persons who hear the song and fall under its effect forget
That's
that they
what
are
happened.
around.
That the song happened and then okay.
It kind of makes them forget that they've seen them. But you're also familiar with the effects of a false hydra killing a person. Because when a false hydra kills a person, they are essentially erased from the memories of those they have met. It's as if they never existed at all.
So are we back at the car again?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, well, that's taken care of.
Wait.
We're
not
all
taken
set to.
care of. No.
No, we're not.
We're not.
What?
What?
There's something that Raucus and I are a little concerned about in the town. We didn't just have this conversation just now, right? That was out of.
No, that was.
That was just character knowledge.
We were making
that
confirming
they
that
were,
we knew actually
Yes.
knew something. Yeah.
I'm a little concerned about something I found, and I was not sure about sharing it because it seemed a little odd.
More books.
Yeah, more books. Well, but this one is a diary, and it talks about a woman who does basically everything that we did already since meeting. She travels from Algeciras on a boat. Her boat gets taken by some supernatural, some huge thing, and she bands together. She goes through Everseed. She makes her way here, and as they're on their way to Southdon, that's the last entry in her diary. But, and she has a quiver and a longbow, the one that you have now. And when I asked Horace and Clara, the mother and child that we were helping, originally they had no knowledge of her. And it just seems like there's something amiss here in this town, and with this diary, very concerning.
Oh, Bobbity.
Yeah, it sums it up pretty perfectly. It's just,
No. So they were on the boat with us. This
Well, you-
person.
You came on from Angicia, right?
We all did, I thought. No?
No,
Didn't all of us come from
I
that?
came from the
No.
Wait. Do you think that they came on the
Hi.
same boat as us, or
I-
they were on a different boat?
I think there may have been someone with us this whole time. That damn fucking Western accent just blends in with the Italian time.
Not
Italian.
Oh my god, kill me.
Well, if I'm correct, the them's creatures that we were fighting, they were false hydras, and when we were fighting them, I got a sense of a sound that they make that kind of erases or alters your memory. And when it becomes stronger when they kill someone. When they kill someone, it erases everyone's memory of that person entirely. So we may have been traveling with someone this whole time, and they may have been killed.
Well,
And we've
But-
forgotten who they are.
Ouch.
Oh,
Completely.
fuck.
That sucks. I just broke character so hard. That
Yeah.
sucks.
I picked as soon as he said she started reading the book and how we're all. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's probably what happened.
But I don't know.
Is there any way to reverse the effects? Do we know?
That I have no clue.
Wait. So, for anybody who didn't get it, not me, of course. So you're telling me...
For Eric, of course.
Guard man over here.
Someone was with us.
So you're telling me that somebody has been with us, journaling, and because they were,
journaling.
you know, they wrote the
What are
journal.
the-
They wrote the diary.
Journeying.
No, journaling. They were
Both
journaling.
journeying and journaling.
Continue.
Both.
This is
Journaling.
in character. Keep going.
And I, in character, tell you, no, you can do both.
I've been doing that the whole time, actually.
And they died, and because they died, we forgot they were with us ever?
It seems that way, unfortunately.
That seems what the effect is, yes.
It's
Were
a
those
possibility.
rations fresh in that carpenter's bag?
In the carpenter's bag, no.
Okay.
In her bag, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna take out the diary that I took from downstairs.
Mhm.
I found one as well. I shudder to think at the idea that we had even more people with us. That I'm just gonna flip to the last entry.
Okay. Does not appear to be dated in a similar timeline. This appears to be a much older journal.
Okay.
And this appears to be just notes on. This appears to be actually around 15, 16 years ago. And it's discussing this.
It's dated.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it's discussing this thick, black, viscous fluid that has been found seeping out from the rocks and crevices beneath Hyleria. There have been reports of it in the Southlands as well. And they appear to narrow it down as to be the cause of the Black Death, the plague which killed a large number of people a long time ago.
And that's the last entry.
Really, it's less of a journal and more of a
Log.
series of research notes.
Okay.
But
So
that
research
appears to
log.
be
Okay.
that appears to be the final finding in
Okay.
the log.
The Black Death, I believe it originated here. So
Oh god, I hate
Did
I don't know if the two are related. I don't know if false hydras come from that necessarily, but I think we should get out of here and
I think
report
this is something you need to take up to somebody.
I agree.
Yeah, did you
I'm
guys-
not looking forward to that conversation.
did you guys tell the gods?
What about Celine?
So you're telling me?
Yes, somebody was with us and now they're dead.
What am I speaking Italian?
I'm gonna look
No.
through my journal.
No, you were not.
Okay.
I'm gonna look through my journal and see if there's any mention of that woman.
Ooh.
I have named so far everybody that I have traveled with.
You have. And among the writing, you do find mentions of a female human archer.
I'm frantically, like, reading the first couple of pages here.
This is so fucking meta.
And I'm just like... I just look up and I'm just like... What? She was with us. I'll carry this bow in
Your writing appears to speak of her as agreeable, feisty, but with the same sense of justice that you seem to share.
She was from Anjasir.
She was from Anjasir. She was originally she was from Hyleria, but she lived in Anjasir for many years. It also makes mention of the fact that she was somewhat greedy. She seemed to take to treasure a lot.
A pile of treasure that you
So, yeah, she was with us the entire time from the ship onward.
What do you... With our group, so that wasn't bullshit.
No, she was with us, and unless I lied to myself, which I would never do.
Mom, is there anyone else in your notes that was with us?
I'm gonna search through and see if there's any other names that I don't recognize right now.
It appears to mention everybody who is standing with you, but no other names besides
Minx, the mother and child whose name I forgot.
No. There was no one with us. I wouldn't let someone that's with us die before I died in their place.
Leon, I'm sorry. I don't know what to
How did it happen? There has to be... Someone has to know.
That's exactly right. Someone does have to know, but the memories have been taken from us.
These things are monsters.
That isn't fair. I need to know.
I agree with you.
I can't let that happen again. I need to...
Maybe somebody can fix our minds once we...
Hey, there's only one way to do this, and I know there's some maybe higher level cleric spells that may be able to restore memory, and I think the only thing to do now is either find a cleric or wait till you get strong enough to cast them.
Leon's... Are we in the carriage or next to it, or like we're...
I assume we're still like preparing. Yeah, we're still preparing.
The carriage is mostly prepared now. You guys are about... Vander has actually been... He's seen you guys have had this conversation from the side, and he's half listening, half preparing the cart to go.
Well, what I can do, sorry to cut you off, Leon, when we get to South Dawn, I can go to the Order of the Rose Circle and see what they know about any memory-altering spells.
Leon, this is not your fault.
Barring I'm not thrown out of the army.
If we didn't find this out, we would have never known she existed at all. Just knowing that she did is more than we could have asked for. And I'm going to carry this bow and hopefully do her proud. And I would say in her memory, but unfortunately I don't have them yet.
No, we don't have that.
All I have is my writings, and I trust myself that I took diligent notes of her, or at least what I believe about her.
I need to go for a walk. And I'll be back soon.
Don't go far.
Just go for honestly just a stroll to cool my head.
Gotcha. So you take 5-10 minutes, cool your head. You walk out into a clearing, and it is midday, so you do get like a beautiful view of the sun peeking through the trees, and you kind of fall to your knees, asking Syrah for both forgiveness that you couldn't protect a friend that you can't even remember, and guidance moving forward. Make a religion check.
You don't want me to do?
I believe it is a 17.
17. As the wind blows through the trees, there's a whistle, almost like a song, as if nature itself is singing to you. You raise your head to the sun after bowing it in prayer, and the warmth is comforting. You take a deep breath, and you kind of get this sensation washing over you that it is not your fault, and the way to move forward is to move forward and to keep protecting others, and that you can't protect everyone.
I take that as a sign from Nasira. I take a deep breath and I go back towards the gate. Still silent when I get there. Better.
After a couple more moments, Leon arrives back at the cart. which is entirely prepped and ready to go. If nobody has anything else to say or do,
Yeah.
I think we're fairly quiet.
Let's get on the road.
you guys get on the road. You head through. It's about another 2 days journey towards South Dawn. Along this road, you don't find any more hamlets. You don't really. There's not a lot of activity, but eventually, towards the waning sun of the second day of travel, you crest over a hill, and in the distance, you see the tall gray castle walls, the tall gray fortified walls, the open sea behind it. You finally arrived at South Dawn.
Woo.
And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
That fucking
That
sucks.
was
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
That was
I really hope you
Said
guys enjoyed that.
something.
When did you figure that out? Or both of you, I guess.
Yeah, it was.
Well, because as soon as she was like out of character, as soon as she was reading the diary, and
Yeah,
it's like
okay.
she was with us, I'm like, oh yeah, these things, if they kill you, that's why the family didn't remember that their husband is like, that's why she said, why is this shit here? It's like, wow, shit. That was so fucking well played.
It's a great fucking twist. That might be one of the greatest twists we've ever fucking.
Dude, that's M. Night Shyamalan twist, but
I know,
like,
he sucks
but
now.
not
I
the lady in the
genuinely
water.
just got this moment after he said that the man was her husband.
Oh yeah, that much I knew.
It was
Oh
it
my
was
God,
pretty
I'm
fucked.
so sad.
just
What?
get it?
I meant
We
to
never
do-
told her, did we?
Lord, no.
No, and I was hoping no one did.
No, it's
Yeah.
best we don't.
No.
She had a husband. Horace had a father, and he
Oh
wasn't.
my God.
He was an adventurer, and when he went down to investigate, he was not
Honestly, it's
prepared.
better that she thinks is got a deadbeat dad.
She woke up the
That's-
next day
yeah.
with a strange man's clothes hanging in her closet.
That's impressive.
Fuck.
Sorry to bring everybody down.
No,
but I hope you
no,
had a great time.
That was
tonight.
amazing.
That was great.
That was fucking
Fucking
awesome.
insane, dude.
I hope you guys had a great time tonight. Thank you again for joining us. And in lieu of keeping you guys here any longer, we'll see you next time on The Critical Miss.
Let's go Cubs.
Or
Let's
yeah,
go Cavs. I don't.